Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Wednesday, and it's time to be bad. Welcome to Bedlam and Discord. I am GM Jared, and we are here to roll dice and play some Pathfinder. Joining me, usually, we have our regular Adam Rady down here. We have Milva, welcome back, Tracy Hearn. And of course, we got James Chu, everyone's favorite little druid and salamander combination. They're one thing.
James.
We have special jest. That's 2 errors already. I predicted 16. We have special guest tonight with Margaret Dost joining us.
Yay, Margaret!
Hi.
Woo. And everyone knows Adam Kahn already, and he's joining us as well. So that's
Adam Kahn.
awesome.
Yeah, whatever.
Yay! Yay! Everybody's happy!
I'm excited for some adventure. I hope you guys are excited for some adventure. So without further ado, let's play some Pathfinder.
I want no more ado.
None ado. All right, I'm gonna set the scene
about with nothing,
and we're gonna go. We're gonna jump right in. Sparks crack in the air above as magics weave and flow together into and out of the crystal and quartz orbs that hang in the upper reaches of the Tower of the Protectorate. Below, some of the Order scour ancient tomes and scrolls for clues and elucidations. So far, they have not been successful. Elsewhere, as the moons reach their zenith in the night sky, pale reflections play in the clarifying pools of the sweepings. 2 figures toss a naked and lifeless third into a pool in hopes it will sink to the bottom and decay. The 2 shadowed images gather the pale blue and gray garments into a bundle and disappear into the night. Their plans have been successful. Some miles away, a lone elf steps into a temple to Amabrar. While not one of the Numen Prime and a lesser worshipped deity, the elf's faith is strong. He's devoted all things to the guiding hand of Amabrar. Today is no different. He will give his service. He will do his duty. On the outskirts of Mirst, a farmer lies, recovering in a posh feather mattress. Doctors tend to him, while others tend to his child. Deliveries, goods, and tradesmen have started arriving by wagon. The modest farmhouse on the western shores is growing small. He must get better before anything. There are fields to till and responsibilities to be tended to, and he has plans. 3 figures sit at a small dining table enjoying a prepared breakfast while waiting for their captain to return with today's assignment. 2 days have passed now since the ant incident, and still on occasion the scent of rotting insect carcass will fill a nostril before fading into the background. From the kitchen comes a startled scream and the sound of pots tumbling onto the wooden floor and the frantic flap of padded feet moving about. A once red and orange salamander, now covered in a thick oat porridge, quickly disappears under the table while the halfling cook stares daggers from the kitchen's doorway and holding a wooden spoon before closing the bottom half of the door and turning her attention back to the chaos in the kitchen and the newly made mess. The squad house door opens, and the woman with short gray hair and pale blue eyes you've come to know as Under Captain Brenna walks in, followed by 2 others, a human carrying 2 shields and a drow elf woman. Brenna pulls out a chair, has a seat at the table, and says, "Well, I've got your assignment for today." But before she can tell you what it is, let's read some comments.
Comments.
Jared, I just want to say that was only 7 mistakes. So
You got 9 left.
yeah, it was good.
Well, it's early yet. I have other text later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you have failed me.
Yeah, I write my text like I would in a book, but then I realize I use some words that don't echo.
Flow.
You use thesaurus.com and then you try to like.
Yeah.
Sometimes because you can't say figures. How many times can you say figures to mean people? You gotta change it up.
Yeah. It's Lucas Martinez says, I hear Jared spent this last week learning ant biology.
That is untrue. That's completely untrue. I've spent this last week sick with a cold. Thank you.
Penguin Witch Doctor says, will Jared ask for NPCs today, Jared?
I will. I was holding that for the end. but I am.
Well, spoiler alert. Thanks a lot, Penguin Witch Doctor. You now given all the spoilers.
Yeah, if you see, we've entered this new world, and it is entirely being populated by me. So if you have an NPC that you want to see or a character you want to make, send it on over, bedlamandiscord@gmail.com, and we'll get you in the world. You can exist inside the bad world.
The actual world? Cool.
I want to give a shout out also to Alex Rogue 460. Diana has resubbed for the 8th month, which is a big deal. Thank you for the resub, Diana. And I wanted to give a shout out to our fans. You all are incredible. You got us to 350 subscribers was our peak in June. Unfortunately, the end of June came and all those Twitch Prime subs ran out, and we're back down to 200 subs. So anything you can do to help, great. If not, just enjoy the show. Do what you do, Dat Fam.
Dat Fam, Best Fam. And speaking of Dat Fam, Torgren, California saying no Dat since Friday. I've missed you guys.
We have missed you.
We have,
Everybody.
yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know that Margaret missed you because I don't know that she knows you yet, but I guarantee after this episode, she will miss you.
Yeah.
And fear not, because we are back Friday and Saturday this week as well. So,
woo-hoo, yes.
We doubled up on the Jared.
Yeah, we did.
Crossbones AE donating $10 and then $11. So 2 donations from Crossbones. The first donation comes in a lucky for both Adams, so I get a lucky.
Nice.
Double Adams.
Adam Kahn gets a lucky, which basically means we get like advantage, right, Jared? We roll 2d20
Yeah.
higher.
Yeah.
And then Crossbones with that second donation gave to our new local wizard Zill 1 lucky and 1 unlucky.
Oh no!
So Margaret, you get to use your lucky on your own roll, obviously.
Okay.
And then with your unlucky, you can give that probably to Jared, would be my assumption, because that will make Jared roll twice and take the lower results. You could technically give it to any one of us, but I think it would be better to give it to Jared.
I don't know. Watching Rady and James fail at things is hilarious. I'm just putting that on the table.
Yeah, but people are used to it. It becomes rote at a point,
Yeah.
All right. What do you say we jump it back in here?
Great.
She's got your assignment for the day. You'll be headed to the market byway today. It's not really the most difficult thing. You'll keep your eye out for cut purses and thieves and other peace breakers. If any problems do come up, handle them. Ideally by delivering them to the local calaboose for the seal of judgment from the council. As Miramath is off tending to another matter, and I have the day off, I borrowed 2 from one of the other squads. This is Tanner, and this is Zill. And before I forget, here are your patrol medallions, signifying that you are working directly for the council. She passes you each. It's basically a gaudy-looking silver medallion hanging from a ribbon. It says, always wear them when you're in the city on orders, and never lose them. That's the only rule with them. Does anyone have any questions before I wash my hands of you for the day?
Could I get a smaller one from Benji? I just want to be sure he's, a town guardsman as well.
I hear you, and I understand your concern, but no. They're for people.
Okay. It's fine.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? What's a Benji?
Oh,
No.
Benji is this little guy right here, and he points down to his feet, and you see a very chubby fire salamander who looks up at you with giant eyes and goes, "Plop."
What did he just say? What did he say? What did he say? He went block.
I can't really repeat what he said, but he says hi. On the aspect of, he has a temper. He doesn't like new people, but he'll get used to you. And you see him again, and he goes, "Blop." I'm like, "Benji, it's fine."
It's so cute.
Yeah. He's adorable. Tiny little lizard.
Oh, I wonder what his skeleton looks like.
I'm going to push Benji behind my leg and kind of pat him on the head.
It's all right. You get used to this one. She's that way. You're on that side. She's that. Yeah, you get used to questions like that. Don't worry about it.
So, Jared, I'm definitely like getting distracted from what I was doing. I didn't inform you, but I think that you'll know kind of what was happening here. I wasn't sitting at exactly the same table as everybody else. I was a couple tables away, conversing with a musician of sorts I've contracted to write the ballad of us in the ant suits. We're going to call it the Ant Suit Ballad of Heroic Awesomeness. And so I'm working on that ballad. And at first I was annoyed, but when the wizard spoke up and said that they wanted to see the skeleton of Benji, I definitely laughed and am enjoying it quite a bit. And hopefully we'll get to see the skeleton. So I think that I'll start making my to where everybody else is at.
Right, because you want to eat Benji, right?
I'm gonna Benji's life is in Dante's hands, and his flavor might be in my mouth. I don't know. We don't know. Okay, that's a weird sentence that I said, but we all know what I meant. Okay, and it's fine. We're gonna move on from it and pretend that it's all okay.
I'm gonna pick Benji up and put him in my front pouch.
Your Benji papoose?
Yeah, my little papoose. so he can be there away from people who want to harm him.
Harm him? Just want to eat him.
Sounds good to me.
Right. So, Tanner, Zil, my name's Milva. Nice to meet you all.
Oh yes, this is Milva. She is the leader of our group.
Yep, I'm in charge.
We met her 3 days ago, and she has been announced the leader.
Yes.
Benji, as you could see here in my pouch, is second in command, won by an astonishing 4 votes in the group.
Yep, it's true.
Good to meet all of you. It's actually, you all can call me Crash. That's what all my friends call me.
Crash.
Crash Tanner Ryder, but I go by Crash, right?
He earned it.
Why do you go by Crash?
Oh, because it's more of a thing I'd have to show you than just
Nope, that's okay.
Than just tell you about it.
No, it's fine.
And you know what? I'm sure with all of you fine people will have an opportunity to do something like that.
You might be surprised. I'm Darek. Nice to be in the same room as all of you, and yeah, great. Let's do this thing. Let's go stand around.
At a marketplace.
At a market. Yeah, this is riveting stuff.
Well, you'll actually be patrolling it. Checking in with the vendors, making sure everything's okay.
Oh yeah, yep. The group will be doing that, and I will be there.
Well, you sound like a trustworthy guy, Dark. So yeah, I'll be standing there hoping that you're going to be right there with all of us.
You can see in Brenda's face that she's only known Dark for like 3.5 days, but she's already over it. And now without the check of Miramath here to keep him in line.
Yeah, I'm just curious. This market that we're going to. Do they have any, is there like a fabric district or a fashion district or a district not associated with chickens and other livestock?
You can get everything at the market byway.
Okay, yes. Specialty items, got it. Okay, great, thanks.
Any other questions?
No, Milva, if you want to lead the way, we will follow.
Sure thing. All right. And she'll kind of get all of her gear, start gearing up her bow and quiver on the back, and everybody ready to go.
Oh, now she's ready.
We just had lunch. I mean, we were relaxing and we're ready to go now, though.
Oh yeah, no, hold on. I do have to get ready. You're right. Oh, sorry,
no.
I didn't realize we were going.
Oh, Derek, we you look great. You're ready to go. Let's.
Yeah.
We'll be here another hour. If
could look better though. Could look better. It wouldn't do for the heroes, the ant heroes of whatever the name of this town is. Sorry, Jared. to be walking around not looking our best, not ready for action. And, about a half an hour later, he's ready to go. And it's...
Wow. It's pretty good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, thanks. That's sure.
Half hours actually is short.
Yeah, that's the fastest I've ever seen him get ready. So I'm just proud of the improvement.
Yep.
Noted.
You head out into the streets, through the town of Merst, meandering through the districts until you come to the main thoroughway. Spread on both sides of the long road and filling in the large green in the center of Merst, stalls and vendors of all types are on display. Carts full of wares, wagons full of produce, even blankets laid out on the ground covered in knickknacks. Almost anything one could want or need can be found in the market byway. People move and weave between them, haggling with vendors and purchasing their goods. The occasional rider or carriage comes through, and the shoppers part, allowing them to pass without changing pace.
I'm a rider.
Yeah, there are... So basically, it functions like a giant... I want to say a U, but the bottoms are pinched like a needle. So it would go up, it would circle around, and then come back down to the main road.
Gotcha. What else I saw on that map too, and the outline of everything is we've got a bit boss from Sarah BC1 going to Zill, and then Sarah BC1 also made a donation of $25 of luck for the table.
Nice.
Thanks, Sarah BC1.
No soup for you.
Thank you, Darek's mom.
What the Bit Boss does is gives you a reroll. So if you roll a 3 and you don't want that, you can roll again.
The only caveat is it must be a D20 reroll.
Yes.
I can do that. Probably.
So there are 4 main corners or stations of the market. You have one that is more of the food and produce section. You have one that is more common, like house goods and pots, pans, that kind of nonsense. You have one that is more weaponry and battle-oriented section. And you have like a miscellaneous section where it's more like, I have a lot of stuff. I'm a general salesman. I have a stall in here. Basically, you guys as a group will have to pick which order you want to kind of patrol in.
Split the party.
Yes.
Do it.
Just go right for it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, there's 4 different stalls to go
4
to.
quadrants, yeah.
Oh.
I would say Darek's doing his normal thing of being very distracted and uninterested in what's going on, except for unless we're in the districts of like the home goods that you mentioned. He might be trying to actually do shopping there or browsing. And then the miscellaneous section, there might be things too. And then I think in the other 2 sections, he's more his disgusted, aloof nature, where he's not really paying attention, so to speak, as to what's necessarily happening.
Attention. I mean, going somewhere, I would say, I guess we could go start with the armory and everything. Just throwing it out there to everyone.
Oh, yeah, great.
Or I should say leader, I'm sorry, Milva, the leader. That's my recommendation.
I think that's a good recommendation. I think that's where we should start.
Okay.
The armory.
Okay. You head up to the more weaponry and armor based vendors in the corner of the market. It's pretty quiet and calm in here. Most things are of a regular nature. Like there's nothing jumping out as super exotic or super fancy. There's not a lot of vendors up here. It might be because it's time of day or just what is happening. There's no, like, they don't need armor.
Okay.
There are armor repair. There's some couple people on like a mobile blacksmith / anvil kind of thing repairing a couple pieces of armor, but it's pretty calm. Nothing is jumping out at you as out of the ordinary here.
This is like a routine, right, Jared? Like, there's nothing that we're supposed to necessarily be looking for. We're just like, hey, is this out of the ordinary?
Yeah, you're keeping an eye out for anything going on. In fact, yeah, give me perception checks in the area.
For everyone?
Yeah, everyone, just you're glancing about, taking in what's going on.
So there happens to be a very bright sheen on one of these shields that I look at, and I don't perceive anything else. It's bright and shiny
20.
with a 6.
17.
Also 17.
Darek is trying to get some of the soot from the off that's coming out from the blacksmith, and he's got a 13. He's just very, just trying to clean himself up, keep things clean and tidy.
Yeah, no one really sees anything jumping out as there's no law breaking going on. There's occasionally a heated argument of haggling back and forth, but there's nothing that looks like it's going to escalate in this district. It is here to shop if you want to shop, but you could also wait until you're not.
We're on duty.
Yeah.
We cannot shop.
Duty.
The arms quadrant is calm for the time being.
I don't know of anyone that would really want to cause any distractions up in here, so it looks good. Looks good. Boss?
Yep.
Boss, what do you want to go by? Boss, commander, what do you want?
That's a good question. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Boss is good. I like boss.
Boss. All right. Yeah. Boss. Looking good, boss.
All right. Shall we proceed to the next area? Everything looks in check here?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Well, Darek, you said you wanted something fancy in the home goods, right?
There's nothing fancy in this town.
Nothing at all. Have you really checked? Because there could always be vendors with something that they got hidden.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure they've just got wonders to behold. Let's go check that out.
Perfect. All right. So according to Dark, let's go over to the home goods section.
Okay, you walk into the next section. Everyone, give me a perception here.
One.
That's a natural 1, Jared.
Oh.
It's a 15. I notice more in home goods than I do in armor.
Yeah.
19.
13. Yeah, about the same. Equally distracted, just in different ways.
What did Milva have?
21.
21?
Oh.
Yeah, there's no lawlessness happening here. There are some nice baubles and things happening about. There's a cloth vendor that's got like a silk sheen kind of fabric wrapped around some bolts. Got some nice looks hand woven rugs. There's pots and pans, but nothing jumping up at you. With a 21, Milva, you do hear kind of a heated shouting coming from a few aisles over.
Okay. I'll kind of peer over, keep an eye over there. I hear something going on, and I'll just kind of peek over and see what the heated argument's about.
You can see on basically across the street from each other are two carts. They both appear to have baked goods on them, and the proprietors of the carts are just shouting back and forth at each other.
I'll gesture to the group to like take a look, but just kind of keep back and see if it can get resolved, or if it turns into anything worse than just a shouting match.
As you kind of take in the scene a little bit more, you can see that one of the cart's placards reads Edison's Baked Goods. The other cart reads goods baked by Edison. and they're standing yelling at each other back and forth. It's like, no, it's my recipe. Dad gave it to me. No, it's not. He gave it to me, said it's mine, and I'm good. And it's back and forth. Clearly, they're arguing. It's not a new argument. It has been happening day in and day out. But it is continuing. It is getting louder.
I will still let it continue. Does it look like people around are looking concerned by this, or is it just people passing by not really caring?
Concerned's not the right word. They're aware of what's happening, but they're looking at it like it's kind of an everyday run-of-the-mill thing. No one is rushing to be between them or anything. In fact, the clearly now brothers themselves are not even face to face. They have the road between them.
Okay.
You hear from people walking back and forth. It's like, hey, those brothers are arguing over the sourdough knots again. So it seems like it's a kind of run-of-the-mill.
I'll just go back to the group. Yeah, just seems like some sibling fighting over there. Doesn't look like much we can really solve.
Ooh, sibling fight. What are they fighting over?
Sounds like some sort of recipe, some passed down family recipe. They are competing businesses of sorts.
Oh, not a loved one, not a love interest, nothing.
Nope.
Okay.
Are you familiar with sibling fighting, Dark? You know about that?
No, my sister and I get along great. Thanks for asking.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Well, yeah, I guess we'll just have to let those two figure out their problems. I don't think there's much we can do to help.
Siblings always figure out their problems. Don't worry, it'll totally be fine. Nothing bad ever happens.
Oh, it sounds like you and your sister have a great relationship. That's good.
Yeah, can we not talk about my sister? Okay, thanks. That's great.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, we'll talk about her. That's fine, but nothing like those two guys yelling up the street, though, is it? No.
It's exactly like that. Crash.
Oh, but the two of them are normal. So, I mean, we can assume from someone that has, a sibling as well that everything works out. Totally fine.
At this point, Darek has now consumed himself in looking at this fabric, this silk fabric that's on this bolt, and he's very into it, obviously. He's asking for different samples from the back. Do you have this in blue?
He's got a lot of colors. He's got a lot of color options.
Yeah, I think Darek is in this now.
Sorry, just updating. We had a donation from Delirious 2019.
Well, thank you, Delirious 2019.
Thank you.
$5 to give Rady a lucky.
What?
Lucky.
I accept that, Lucky. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so he has most colors, and he tells you if you want it, he can find it, or he can make it for you.
Do they have pink?
They do have a pink. It's more of like a bright purple rather than a pink itself. But yeah.
Ooh. I think I'm gonna go check this out. Then.
So are we all gonna go check out this beautiful fabric then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fabric checking out. Let's go make sure that the fabric is not causing any problems with it. Make sure that they're, I guess selling it for a good price. Good.
It doesn't look like anything else as interesting is going on in this town here. We might as well go fabric shopping.
Well, we are on duty currently, but
you could ask the guy to hold it for you. We'll check the other districts and come back. Yeah, I can get down with that plan.
This town doesn't seem terribly exciting yet. Here, but this fabric is.
You should go to the C ward. It's very exciting down there.
What is down there?
Some cool different hole in the wall type pubs and taverns, and
they are very different.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. We I took our group there. a few days ago, and they had a good time. So,
maybe we should all go afterwards for a drink. That sounds fantastic. Yeah.
You guys are kind of milling about the fabric cart area, trying to get Dark and Zil to continue on.
Okay,
They're both like fixated on this one sparkly fabric.
Are there any fish stands nearby, Jared?
Fish stands?
Yeah. No.
Fabric and fish. That's my new store. Give me perception checks, everyone hanging out there.
Okay.
Tell me if it's above a 20.
Is that everyone, or is that
everyone? Yeah.
Okay.
It's not above a 20, that's for sure.
Nope.
23, Jared.
Okay.
Michael Jordan.
No, I'm pretty sure there's a spot on this fabric, and I'm trying to get the price haggled down because I don't know that a deal's going to happen.
I think I was still distracted by the fabric because I got 9.
It's a nice fabric. It's a real nice fabric.
It's real pretty.
So Dante, you're looking around. You're like, I could get Benji a fish while we're here. So you start glancing around, and you see over the top there is kind of a poof of dust that flies up into the air, and you hear a loud crash and a commotion coming from several aisles over.
I'd probably quickly turn to Milva and just be like, Milva, there's something going on a couple aisles over. I'm going to check it out and start over there.
Okay. I'll go with you just in case. While the rest of the group looks at fabric.
I'm watching them look at fabric. That's all. That's it. Trying to understand what's happening. Cool. They both really like this fabric for some reason. I'm really trying to understand why.
It's a magic fabric, maybe. I don't know.
Magic fabric.
It makes
can I roll spellcraft to see if I know what kind of magic fabric this is? I don't have it. I'm just curious.
No.
Dang it.
No. You have too many shields to think about it.
Where on my back, though? Where on my back?
Dante and Milva.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way down the stall path, glancing about just in time to see a young man push over an older man and take his coin purse. There's shouting, and several people come to the defense of the older man on the ground, encircling and blocking the thief from making a quick getaway. A crowd has started to grow around to watch the fight that will inevitably happen. What are you going to do?
I'm going to cast Entangle on the kid.
The kid. Entangle. Okay, what's the
spell DC?
Space on that?
1 second. The spell causes tall grass, weeds, and other plants to wrap around the creature in an area of effect or those that enter the area. Creatures that fail their save to gain the entangled condition. I have a range of 400 feet plus 40 feet plus level. 40 feet radius.
Okay, so you can do it for sure. You're gonna get a lot of the people in there as well.
That's fine.
Okay, just as long as you're aware of that. I will roll
Good man.
those saves separately. Okay. What is your spell DC?
Hold on. I believe it is a 16 or 15.
Okay. About half the people get caught up in.
Yeah, 15.
About half the observers get caught up as these plants kind of grow out of the ground in spring and start wrapping around the people. The old man on the ground is entangled, as is the would-be thief. He seems to be paused momentarily.
I will stop, thief, and I will. I'll just draw my short sword, though I don't think I'll use it. But I'll just kind of go up to him and try to search his persons for the money he stole.
I'm pulling out my badge, and then showing town's guard people. It's fine.
Yep.
We're here to sort this out.
Yep. Sorry about that. You all are
no one
witnesses, so we had to. Sorry about that. Just, you're all witnesses to the crime. We have to keep you all here.
Old man, if you move, I swear I will bring you down.
The old man's already on the ground.
Excellent.
Milva, I need a reflex save against, I believe, DC 16.
Reflex.
I like to imagine that while all this is going down, Zill and Darek are just like holding up the fabric to each other and like trying it. Like, what do you think? Like, what do you think about on my here? And then just like trying just different.
That's 13 plus 7, 20. Reflex.
Okay, you move through the growing vines and grasses without problem, and approach this thief or this guy.
Okay.
Here in front of you. He's like, you got nothing on me. Let me go.
We have witnesses. They're all here, and I'm gonna try to apprehend him. We are the town's guard, and we are going to apprehend you. I'm just looking at what items I have here. I guess my rope. I'll just tie his hands behind his back and just tie him up while he's entangled.
So it's gonna be like a 2-step process here.
Okay.
First, you have to grapple him.
Okay.
Essentially, so it's gonna be a CMB attack.
I see that. CMD,
against his CMD.
Okay.
So while she's rolling for that, we got a resub from the Ice Wizard for 10 months.
Ooh. Thank you, Ice Wizard. All of those subs help so much. Thank you.
That is a 7.
So you try to grab him, and he just kind of pulls his hands out of the way, and in that same kind of flourish of arm, he now is brandishing a shiny silver dagger. And it's good. Let's just, for the ease of things, let's go to initiative here.
Okay.
So anyone who wants to be involved in this.
Well, I'm looking at the two of them compare this fabric with their complexions is what I'm thinking. I'm trying to see how blue matches up to their face. I don't have a good eye for things like that.
Well, but we're also comparing it to other fabrics and other looks and things like that, and the material, the softness.
I mean, I don't know if fabric would go good with some of my armor, but I'd be open to suggestions for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I got a 12 on my initiative.
Okay.
I got a 13.
Oh, well, that's convenient for me. 12, Dante?
Yes, sir.
The rogue or the little man in front of you says, "You'll never take me," and he kind of juts forward with the dagger, trying to stab you in the leg. Let's see if he does, though. 17 on the die.
17 is my AC.
Well, then I'm not even going to add the +2. So he's going to hit you. He buries this dagger deep into your hip as you take 4 points of damage.
Ow.
And he struggles to try and get out of the entanglement, but unsuccessful to do so. And now, whilst we're here, because it could come into play, I have to say that Sarah BC1 donated $50 for a wild magic.
Boy,
and she's targeting Tanner.
Sarah BC! I love you.
So,
Thank
Con,
goodness.
roll me a D20, please.
D20.
Oh boy.
Coming up. Hey, Sarah. Ooh, that's a 19.
A 19.
Mm-hmm.
You're a cheetah.
You're a cheetah. No, you're not a cheetah.
I'm a cheetah with some shields on my shoulders.
Do you have any coin on you?
I do have coin on me.
All of the coins on the caster's person, so you, are transformed into pearls. The value of each pearl is randomly determined upon expenditure, ranging anywhere from 1 gold to 100 gold.
Wow.
This appears to be permanent.
What?
Shopping spree! I want to go back to the Armor District. I'm good. I got a little bit of a different jingle to him now.
That's a great wild magic. I want that wild magic.
Wow.
Wait, okay, so if he had 200 gold pieces, it's now 200 pearls?
Yeah.
Yes, it's ranging anywhere from 1 to 100 gold pieces.
And just to be clear with the fans and Margaret and Tracy who haven't been here before, the wild magics that have happened in this show are James into a shadow and that he died, and then Adam gets more money. So there you go.
Life's fair. Yeah.
fair.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm not still upset after 6 weeks.
Hey, Jared, I meant to ask, did that I know you rolled a 17 on the die, so I'm sure you hit Tracy regardless, but did you take your -2 penalty for being entangled?
I didn't, but that would essentially offset the bonus.
Gotcha.
So hit her anyway.
Yeah,
Yep.
17.
Sneaky.
Thanks, rules lawyer.
Hey, no problem, bud. No problem.
That's why I gave Adam Kahn the gold.
Yeah. I appreciate it. I'm on the show, and I love it.
So yes, you get stabbed in the leg, Tracy, and like he tried to escape and cannot. And now it is your turn. What are you doing?
I am not gonna stab him back because we are supposed to be apprehending the law or apprehending him. So I am going to try to apprehending the law.
There's no law in this city anymore.
I am going to apprehend him. So I'm going to try to tie him up.
You just so you know,
grab
you
his
do
dagger.
have the option. You do have the option to do non-lethal damage, like smack him with the flat of the blades.
Yes, I think I may do that actually. 'Cause he did just stab me, so I'm gonna knock him with like the hilt of my short sword. Let me roll. That's a 9 to hit.
A 9?
Ooh.
That is, well, let me take off his. Oof! You just miss. You just miss him because of the entanglement. Feel like if it was a little bit better, you'd have done it.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna just try to tie him up and if I can on this because I just did an act.
Yeah. So basically, you swung. You swung at him.
Okay.
Missed him. It's the weeds. They're all in the way
Like,
here.
Weeds.
But maybe Dante can do something helpful.
So I see this and I go, Captain! And I use, or I run up Woodland Stride so I don't have to worry about entangled.
Because you're fancy. I got it.
Yep. I am going to deck this dude in the face.
You're just going to run up to him and just like blow in the face.
Yeah, just cold cock right in the face.
All right.
Getting blowed. So getting blowed.
What is an unarmed strike?
It's your base attack plus your strength bonus.
Okay, that is a 12.
A 12 is enough.
Nice.
You do hit him, and you are not trained in unarmed strike, are you?
That is correct.
Okay, so you're going to do 1d4 non-lethal damage.
Okay. 2 damage.
Okay.
And Benji is going to jump out of my pouch. He cannot do non-lethal, so he is going to take a chunk out of this dude's neck.
Oh, jeez, Benji.
You just want to bite him with the. All right.
That
Bite
is
him with your lizard.
17 on the die.
That hits him.
Okay. And then that is 6 plus. That is 7 damage. So Benji is going to jump out of my pouch because I'm in combat and just bite the crap out of him.
So a lot of things happen right now.
Did Benji just murder this dude?
No.
Okay.
But just because you punched him, because he had that one bit of non-lethal. Milva comes up tries to whack him with the flat of her blade. He manages to kind of dip out of the way, and Dante, ever wanting to be the hero, charges in and just like punches this guy in the face. He gets kind of woozy while he's still trying to recover. This giant fire salamander just reaches up with its maw. This chubby little salamander reaches up with its maw and just takes a giant chunk out of the thigh of this guy, and he crumples to the ground. And I don't know what Benji does with the giant chunk of meat in his mouth. Does he eat it? Does he spit it out?
I'm gonna do that thing that like when dogs have something in their mouth they're not supposed to. I'm like, Benji, spit it out now, and he like tries to skitter away, and he inevitably eats that dude's thigh.
Gross.
Well,
I'm gonna look at Milva and go, were we supposed to take him in?
That's what I was trying to do. Yeah, he's just a petty thief.
He is still breathing.
I'm gonna check his. Yeah, I was like, can I check his pulse? We were gonna.
Give me a heal check.
Could I do stabilize on
and
it?
The camera cuts over, and we're just still trying on different stuff.
So heal check to see. Let's see. 11.
Yeah, he's unconscious. He's alive.
All right. Well, your little salamander friend didn't kill him. At least we should probably take him in, though.
Who's a good boy? Who did not kill him? I'm doing a little dance with Benji on his hind legs.
I'm gonna
yeah,
search.
Exactly.
I'm gonna look through his pockets and everything, see if I can find what he stole from the old man.
Oh yes, he did something wrong. I totally forgot about that. Anyone in the crowd? Oh no, the old man. And I like turn to the old man. I'm like, old man, what happened? And then I'm also going to pick up Benji and put him back in his pouch.
Is that guy pushed me? That he took my purse.
Ah, so he's a thief. Okay.
I thought you would have known that before you attacked him.
I did yell, "Stop thief!"
Yeah,
Yes.
He took my coin purse.
Okay. Milva, do you see the coin purse around here?
Do I see his coin purse?
Give me a perception check.
Both of us, or just Milva?
Just Milva. This is like basically on searching him.
Yeah.
26.
26?
Yeah.
You find all the stuff on him. You find the old man's coin purse.
Okay.
You also find several other pieces of things that he's gotten from other people, potentially. The coin purse contains 3 gold and 45 copper.
Wow. All that for just a few gold.
Sir,
if you verify with him.
Yeah, could you tell me how many pieces of gold you had in your purse?
Is that about 3, maybe 4? I don't know.
Okay. Is it 3 or 4, old man?
I'm old.
Just start shaking.
That won't be necessary. I come with the coin purse and just kind of pull Dante back a little bit. It's all right. Here's your coin purse, and I'll hand it back to the old man.
You've also found, while searching this guy, you found a very, oh God, I dropped a key. A very well-made pair of eyeglasses. There is also, you find a couple vials of an unidentified liquid. And you find a glass sphere that is about golf ball size.
I'll let Dante know. He had some other things on him, but I think we should just take him in, and if it's other stolen items, then we'll have to keep it
Yeah, we can have the townspeople, if they're missing anything, just come in over here and confirm it.
Yep. Yeah, we should probably untangle all these people and get this guy.
Yes, Milva, I don't know how to undo it.
Oh.
Hey Jared, how long does that spell last?
Up to a minute with concentration.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you literally, if you just stop thinking about it, it goes away.
Now I can't not stop thinking about it. No, yeah, I stopped thinking about it.
What are you guys doing over at the fabric cart?
What you're saying is that gold and my silver, that it just doesn't work. I agree. I've never thought those two colors could really go together at all.
Tanner, I don't know if you're getting this. What I wasn't suggesting to you, because if I would suggest something to you, it'd be just don't.
Gotcha.
There's too much. There's too much work that would have to be done for you, and more than a suggestion.
Like, holy cow! A whole bunch of pearls in my pocket. Where did all these come from? That's ridiculous. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second too. My pockets are filled with pearls.
To be clear, they weren't before.
No, it's wow. It's pretty amazing.
I look at Zill. I'm like, does he normally do this?
No, this is a first.
Sorry.
Pearls, you say?
Yeah. Look at that pearl. I got a bunch of them. Here, you want to look at it? Here.
Absolutely. I take it. Like, oh.
Hey, Dark, I got a whole bunch. You want a pearl too? Here you go.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And I kind of look at Zill and I'm like, I'm sure he's just, I mean, it's very sweet. I'll let him down easy. It's fine.
I'm still looking at the pearl. I would like to appraise it.
Okay.
So
roll a D20.
Let's see.
Appraisal check.
That's a net 20 plus my appraisal check, which is 6.
Nice.
So 26.
You know for a fact that this pearl is worth approximately, except I said exact, so not approximately, that it is worth 87 gold pieces.
Woo!
Wow.
Oh my. So what is the nicest shop in the district here? It doesn't matter what they have.
You know what? If it's that much, you could totally get the fabric. You're good. Buy the whole swath of it.
While you're glancing around trying to figure out where to spend your new pearl, give me a perception check.
Me?
Yes.
Oh boy.
In the meantime, a big shout out to the Real POTUS 98, who has resubbed for 29 months, but also just gifted 5 subs in the channel.
Hey.
So thank you so much, Real POTUS. That's the kind of effort we need.
POTUS.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
29 months. Guys, it's like almost 3 years. It's a long time. It's getting there.
Okay, so I was clearly distracted by the shiny a bit because I have an 11.
Yeah, you don't know exactly where you want to go yet. Nothing is jumping out at you. However, you do pick up the sound of a sharp scream of panic coming from the far side of the market.
Did you guys hear that?
After she points it out, you can dial in on that.
I definitely hear it, but I still answer no.
I begrudgingly put the fabric down. It's like I will come back for a swatch later. But I do pocket the pearl. Let's see. Maybe we should go over and investigate what that noise is. Here, you're just gonna have to trust me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we go over to investigate.
Okay. You Milva and you Adam, Margaret, and Adam are heading that way. Milva and Dante, what are you guys doing? You have this guy. He's bound up. You've eaten his leg. You've given back the items that you could find.
How far do we have to take him?
You saw on your way kind of into the market that there was kind of a cell there, like a station.
Okay, perfect.
Set up there.
I'm actually going to tap him with the Cure Light wand, and go, I am terribly sorry that my little buddy took a ginormous chunk out of your leg. I hope this helps. But you're going to jail for a very long time. So, here. And I shove him into that cage.
He says, I'll be out before you can blink.
I blink several times in front of him.
You can't see him anymore.
Oh.
You rubbed venom into your eyes and now you die. Game no.
Have to roll a new character now.
No, you blink and he's still there.
Okay. Okay.
You do see, as you turn to glance back up towards the marketplace, you do see kind of in the distance Zill, followed reluctantly by Darik and Crash, kind of darting across the green to the other side of the market, clearly off investigating something.
Captain, I think they found some more fabric that they're going to check out. Do we want to catch up with them?
There's a sale.
Yes. It looks like it's they must be really excited because they look like they're alertly running. We should probably catch up.
Two of us look alertly running.
Two of them, yeah. Dark just looks the same.
It's like, I'm always just going places.
Yeah.
He's not a great runner. It's not graceful.
Zill and company, you when you guys show up at what was the source of this scream of panic, you come across two figures lying on the ground. One large half-orc in gray and pale blue travel attire lies dead and lifeless, the crossbow bolt still impaled deep into his chest. Behind the orc and on the ground, paling and growing cold, is a young woman, her fine clothing obscured by a worn and common overcloak. An elderly woman kneels by her, trying to tend to her.
I would look at the crossbow bolt. Can I make a perception check around, see if I see anybody hidden, like up on top of buildings or something that would?
Certainly.
That's out of my box.
Jared, did you mention that I know you said the crossbow bolt, but what about do we see anything with the other body? In terms of just as we walk up, is it just an old woman tending to the other body, or does that body also have a crossbow bolt in it?
That there is a crossbow bolt laying on the ground next to her, covered with speckles of blood. You've seen battle dress wounds. It's like the old lady kind of pulled it out and is putting some pressure on the wound of the stomach area of this second body.
21 perception.
Glancing around, you notice that the crossbow bolt itself, where it entered his chest, there is a sickening blackiness of the flesh kind of flowing out from the bolt. You also see kind of that same oozing blackness coming from a hole in the arm of this the orc as well. And then you can, if you go and inspect the woman, that same black oozing is there. Other than that, you do not notice anything out of the ordinary yet.
I have noticed that we have a raid from that girl at that place 114. Thank you so much for the raid.
What's going on?
Welcome, everybody. Thank you.
Welcome.
Jared, I'm going to draw my short bow.
Okay.
And just start kind of peering out and seeing if I see anybody with a, crossbow.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up to the old lady, and ask her what happened. while I try to like do a heal check, just to see like if there's anything I can do for her.
The lady on the ground,
Yes.
not the old lady. She's just old.
Oh,
There's
okay.
also this-
she's
there's
not,
also
she
this-
wasn't
Okay.
hit in the arm.
No, yeah, no. You can. I know what you're talking about. Okay, so roll your heal check to check the lady that was shot in the stomach.
There's also ooze. Black
That's a
ooze
3 on the
coming out.
die plus 8, so 11.
11. She just looks very sick. More so than what a normal crossbow bolt would do to a person.
Okay.
But you asked what happens, and this old lady, who's kind of like just wide-eyed and frantically looking around, says, she was just asking about some moon root when it happened. The large one there got hit and was already falling down when the second shot was fired. He threw himself in front of it, but it was too late. She was hit in the stomach. I've not seen anything work this quickly. No herb or toxin that I know of.
Can I use my wand on her?
You can try.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap her with the Cure Light wand.
Okay. You roll the 1d8.
Do. 7.
You tap her, and you feel the magic pull forth from the wand and move into her, but she does not appear to get better.
Captain, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to I'm trying to use magic, and it's just not helping.
This is not good. We need to get her. We need to get her to a cleric, somebody, to a temple.
You need to know what's affecting her as well too with this black ooze thing. Could I do like a knowledge local if like to figure out what this stuff is, or does that have to be something like alchemy?
It'd be a heal, alchemy, or nature is what I'd let you roll.
I got none
Adam
of those.
Rady, give me a
Oh.
perception.
I have nature. If you'll let me roll that.
You're doing things.
Okay.
You want a perception?
Yeah.
17.
You notice out of the, because you have your bow, and you're staring around. You're kind of keeping an eye out on things, and you notice movement on the roof of a building across the way. It's just ever so quickly, and then it's gone.
Okay. There are two things that I would like to do, and I don't know if I can do both of them. But I'll start with the first one. Knowledge local to know if any of the stalls in the area or anywhere that we're nearby would either be some type of herbalist that might be able to heal poisons, or if there's a cleric nearby. Knowledge local.
Sure, knowledge local.
Alrighty. Here we go. Oh, that is a 1 on the die. I don't have a reroll, do I? No.
Sorry. Math it out.
I think it's a 10. Yeah.
Okay.
You
So
do
you're-
have a lucky.
You're looking around. You've got the bow. You see this movement up here, and you're just like, wonder if there's an herbalist or something around. And then you just kind of glance over your right shoulder, and you're literally standing at an herbalist cart, and the woman is kneeled down next, tending to this woman who was shot.
Great. Cool. I'm gonna say let the old woman handle it, and then I'm gonna start trying to climb up, like hardcore parkour style. I wanna get over to that rooftop. So I'm
Okay.
gonna start some climbing action.
All right, give me a climb check.
I'll do that. Not because you asked, but because I want to. Also because you asked. 27.
Oh yeah, no, you jump on a stall ledge and leap up and grab a ledge, and you're up there. It's only a kind of a two story thing. You're not on the same roof, but you're up on the rooftop.
Cool.
levels.
Then that's what I will be doing on I don't know if we're in a turn order or what.
We will shortly be going to a turn order.
So that's what I that's the actions I will begin taking.
What is Zill doing right now?
Oh, she definitely walked straight past all the living and is looking at the dead body. Checking that out.
Love it.
This is very interesting to her. And just kind of like grabs it by the jaw, goes like,
dead like 6 minutes.
Even better. You gotta study all of the stages here. Definitely takes a moment, is like, thinks about it, checks the pulse, is not disappointed that it is dead.
Is not disappointed.
Aside from the the arrow in the chest and the hole in the arm, he's in this half orc is in really good shape. He must lift or something.
Well, he did lift.
Yeah, he must work out.
He must work out.
Oh,
Must have had.
Oh, this is very fascinating. And I don't know how much more you're going to let me do at the moment.
Do you have knowledge nobility perchance?
I do not.
Cool. Do you have knowledge local?
No.
Cool. I was just asking.
Yeah. No. I am intrigued by the wound. Certainly. Where did it strike again?
It hit him almost right in the solar plexus. Like it smacks in, and then it does this black kind of necrosis is just very quickly seeping out.
I give it a look and I say, well, yep, that would do it. Right there. I don't
it
know.
appears the arrow killed him.
It's like it's like, yep, this one's dead. I don't know what I could do to check it out. I don't think an Arcana check would help here at all.
No.
No.
You could heal check, nature check, or alchemy check if you want to try and kind of gather more information about what's causing the oozing. But other than that, I don't know that you're going to gain much more information here.
I take out a small notebook of books to research in the future because I am drawing a blank, and I scribble down, don't know anything.
Comma, except fabric.
Fabric was fabulous. Dear diary.
Tracy, what is Milva doing?
I'm gonna look up. I see Derek scaling the wall, so I'm gonna yell up to him. Do you see anything?
Yeah, there's a roof.
There's a roof?
But also there's somebody up there, I think.
Okay. You should probably get some backup.
Headed that way, and I point towards whatever way I
saw move. Yeah,
go towards.
Okay. We should probably try to follow. I'm gonna look to the rest of the group.
Tanner, what are you doing?
Yeah, I can't figure out what. I'm just like, there's black ooze. I don't know anything else about it, but there's black ooze. I see Milva yelling over to Tanner, or not Tanner, because I'm Tanner. That's right, not yelling at me, but yelling at the other guy on the roof, which is Daric. And I'm be like, hey, do you want to lift up there? And I'll run over to a building and I'll pull off one of my shields and I'll get it prepped and I'll be like, come on, get a running head start. And I'm just going to throw you up there.
Oh, I've never done this before. Are you sure?
100%. I think it'll work.
That sounded real confident when you said
Hey,
100%.
I
You know
think
what?
it'll work. 100%. Let's do it. We don't have time. Let's go.
Let's do it. You're right. We don't have time.
So as soon as she jumps up to get on it, I'm gonna try to just
Okay.
running.
I see what you're doing here.
yeah.
Kind of like the Captain America thing.
No, but cool. I don't want to. I knew making this be associated
With
with that guy.
shields.
I'm not that guy. I'm totally different.
No, you have 2 shields.
Yeah, I got 2 of them. Even though
One
he had
for
2,
each
but-
feet.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. I guess first, Tracy, give me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. All right.
While those rolls come in, I did want to give a quick shout out to that girl at that place. When she came in with her raid, she also resubbed for the 13th month.
Hey!
Eagle E followed, and I believe we have a new bit boss, Scott Denuzzo, who granted the reroll that comes with such a auspicious title to Dante. So Dante, you now have a reroll.
Thank you guys so much.
Muzo.
I rolled a nat 20.
Hey!
When you said Nat, I thought it was going to go the other way, and I was really excited for a second. So you're like it's now you're putting 100% faith that he can do this. So you run and you gracefully leap like something straight out of an anime or something, right onto Crash's shields, and what happens next will determine how that goes. Crash, give me an athletics check.
Sure. Now, for lucky, I could say if I don't like the roll, I'll then use a lucky. Then, correct?
You got to call it beforehand.
You got to call beforehand.
You have to call it before it's resolved.
Okay, before it's resolved. Okay, before it's resolved. Got it. All right. Yeah, I'm going to use a lucky.
Well, I see what you're saying there, because technically that was a reroll.
Yeah.
But yes, I see where that is. Yeah. But I said what I said, so that's how we're going. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. That's going to be a 19.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. And Milva's human, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Beefy.
All right. So you push forward with all of your shieldy might, and Milva finds herself flying towards the front edge of this rooftop. Give me either acrobatics or a reflex save, whichever is higher for you.
Reflex. That is. Oh, there it is. We'll do reflex. That is 18.
Okay, you managed to not quite effortlessly, but you reach out and push yourself a little bit more up and over the edge, and you are now on the roof. And Dark is probably staring at you in.
I look at Dark. That was cool, right? As I get up, brush off my. Yeah, that was really.
That's why
cool.
you're the captain. Yeah, you're amazing.
Yep.
Good job, boss captain.
Yeah, thanks. And I'll look back and give him a thumbs up for that. Because that was awesome.
What is Dante doing?
Dante is still trying to help this woman out. Can I do a nature check to figure out like if this is poison or
Sure,
like what's going on?
you certainly can.
Okay, that's 11 plus 6. That's a 17.
17. With a 17, you can determine that she has been poisoned. You also are able to stabilize her temporarily. But you know that in order to do it permanently, you're going to have to figure out what poison was used. You either get a piece of the original poison or figure it out another way. Because poisons using the wrong treatment could
Kill her.
be worse for her.
Okay.
But you've temporarily stabilized her.
Okay, then I will.
So you've bought her some time.
Turn to the old woman and go. She's been poisoned. I do not know of what, but I will find out. And I'm gonna stand and yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to run with Can you throw me, Tanner?
You want it too? I can do it for you too.
Up.
And up and up.
That stealing my thunder.
Are you taking your fat little lizard with you?
Yeah, he's in my little pouch.
No. He won't steal your thunder. Don't worry. Watch and see. Watch and see.
Right.
He's in my pouch.
All right.
Oh, we get
so
a
give
little
me-
helmet for him here.
Give me an
Yeah.
athletics check, Dante. Or acrobatics, sorry.
He's really strong in acrobatics. That's what he's looking up.
That's a natural one.
You know, the dice really do tell a story.
They do. They 100% do.
Dante's like, oh, that looks awesome. So he starts running over. But I don't think Tanner was quite ready for him to leap. And the next thing you know, there's a Dante Crash, Benji kind of pile lying on the side of the street.
Well, you crashed into Crash. Come on.
That's why they call you Crash.
Exactly. Everyone else
Tanner,
messes
you
up.
said you had me, and oh my god, my chest. Oh, Benji! Are you okay? And Benji's like, has this very upset look, and he just goes, blop.
Wow.
I don't think he's happy.
Okay, I'll be down here.
Pushing Dante off the side. Off of me.
Rady and Milva on the roof. You glance up just in time to see someone jump from one rooftop to another rooftop, to an adjacent rooftop. And now we're going to move into initiative.
Well, that's a bummer. I wanted to take my turn.
Well, you started it. I just went down the line.
Every time I get started,
Okay.
I always get the best rolls.
17 for initiative for Dante.
I'm glad you were ready. I got an 8.
I'm on the ground, Tanner.
You threw me off. You crashed into Crash. Come on.
You said you were ready for me.
I was ready for you.
I rolled a nat 1 plus 4, 5.
All right.
So,
We're doing great, guys. We're a
Good
great
stuff.
team.
yeah.
It's good. It's good. 18.
18.
There you go. Good.
What about Dark?
17.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
What's your initiative bonus? I think you have a bit or a higher one than me, Dark.
Yeah, he's got a higher one.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see this. We're moving into kind of a chase sequence here. You'll come up across some obstacles. You can make a choice, or if you have another thought on how to circumvent my plans, do it. Dark, you see him run and jump to an adjacent roof, and then leap to a next roof. He is on the way. And since you're already up here, it's not your turn, but I was just warming you up because first it's Zill's turn.
Oh, I feel warm.
So Zill, you are currently on the ground. You can try to climb up to scurry, or try and scurry up to get up to the roof with the other people. You can kind of track along the ground with a perception check to try and keep him in vision and kind of figure out where he's going, or if you have another idea.
I am going to try a perception check to see if I can get ahead of this guy, because I am not climbing in these shoes. Let's see. That is 21.
Yeah, you see him. You basically glance up just as you see him jump across the gap between buildings, and you know exactly where he is, and you point that out.
Yes, I shout. He's over there. He's going that way. He's going that way. Or
You can take off running as well if you would want, or you can hang out. That's a choice. You still have a move.
I take a one wistful glance back at the dead body and be like, I'll be back.
Bodies and fabric.
And I attempt to kind of head this off on foot from the ground.
Okay. That brings us to Dark. You see him jump across. You hear, "Hey, he's over there." What are you doing?
It is not graceful. Like it's crazy how Darek got up there. Like he's actually like very nimble, but in a very awkward way. Like you would not imagine that this should be working, but it's working. And so he's going to continue to run across the rooftop and try to make a jump over to there. Again, just trying to get over to there, wherever there is. So you tell me when I got to jump and when I got to run, and I'll do this.
Give me I believe with a run jump of 20 feet or more, which I believe you have, gives you a bonus to your long jump here. Let me just pull it up here so that we got this. That's it. That's under acrobatics. That's wrong.
Regardless, I'm giving you a heads up that I'm going to roll one of my luckies anyways.
That's how those work.
Okay. So give me an athletics check.
Alrighty. Wow, I'm glad I used that lucky. 24.
24. Okay. Yeah. You charge forward, put your foot right on the ledge of the building, and to give yourself a little bit more height, and you come down on the far side of the gap on the building that he just left.
Great. I'm going to try to get to a position where it by the way you're describing this, it's feeling like these roofs are probably slanted in a way where he's kind of getting cover from me. So I basically want to continue to try to gain distance on this person and then take a shot at them. But I assume a shot is not reasonable right now because it sounds like they...
Yeah, there's a little bit of a peak, and then there's chimneys, and you can take kind of a hold and wait for one if one prevails, or you can try to get to a better position.
No, I'm going to keep trying to get to a better position. I want to close the distance if I can.
Okay. Next is Dante. You're in a pile. You're in a people pile.
About how far is like the general area of where that guy is, or do I?
I mean, he's a good distance away. You can see Zill down the street, still pointing in front of her, saying that way.
Cool. I'm gonna do a full movement, like a sprint, to get 120 feet, and just try to catch up to him on foot because I am incapable of getting up things.
Okay. So Dante takes off down the street.
With Benji in my pouch.
With Benji. I got it.
I just want to say it because you like to steal things if I forget about it.
That's true. Crash.
Yeah, I mean, I got her up on the rooftop. I got knocked over. And she's pointing that way. Zill's like, "Hey, he's that way," and I'm like, "Great!" And I'm gonna start running as well. Taking off to get down that street, just sprinting.
Okay, great. You take off down with Dante and Zill. Milva, you saw Darek leap across to the next building. What are you doing?
I'm gonna do the same. Actually, I'm gonna use my full movement and try to catch up to this guy.
Okay, give me an athletics check to get to the next building.
That is...
Or you can either athletics check to jump to the next building, or a perception check to try and find a beam or some other crossing.
I'm gonna try perception. Actually, let's see. That's 23.
Okay, yeah. You see that there is a plank of wood that stretches between. It's not the same building, but it's close enough that you can get over there.
Yeah, I'll go on that wood and try to run across.
Give me an acrobatics check just to keep your balance as you cross.
That is a 15.
Okay, it's a little touchy at times, but you're not actually that high. You're only about 2 stories up, so you do manage to get across.
Okay.
And you are that much closer. Now it is his turn. Knowing that there are people behind him and people below him, Rady, you can kind of see he reaches into a pouch, pulls something out, and tosses it down onto the street below him as he continues to run forward towards a rain spout on the attached building. It'll take him one more turn to get down there. Zill. In front of you drop a bunch of spiky iron bits that cover the road. You know these as caltrops. You have the choice of pushing forward through them, potentially taking some damage, or you can slowly make an acrobatics check to try and kind of pick your footing to get through.
Is the situation of where he's going with the thing still visible to me?
Yes.
About how far away?
It's probably, let's see. It's about 80 feet in front of, 80 to 90 feet in front of you.
Okay. That plan won't work. Let's see. I am not an acrobatic person.
You can take the entire, if you don't want to take the check, you can take the entire round to try and kind of pick your way through. The only thing you would lose there would be distance.
I think I am. Did he actually fling these, or did I miss when he said that? You said that he threw these?
he dropped
he did
them.
throw this. Okay,
he threw them down as he was moving forward. Yes.
I think I am just going to have to pick my way through them, but I'm swearing like a lot as I do it. Yeah, that's you got me. All right, I'm gonna have to just pick my way through them. MUDM.
Very, very unhappily, you're like tiptoeing through these things, trying to not take damage. But
I am swearing in what is I actually don't undercommon.
Undercommon.
I am swearing in undercommon like a lot.
I just realized that I missed the opportunity for the "Do you even lift dro" comment earlier with the half orc. Kind of kicking myself about that.
I know.
Darik.
Yeah, I wanna keep closing the distance. When you say that he's headed towards a rain spout, is that something like that he's gonna try to get down? I think
potentially it looks like so. Like it's a building that's a little taller. And he could either go up to the floor up or go down.
What do I know about the knowledge local of that? But do I because right now I feel like he's going to go up that rain spout may not be effective because I don't know that they know where I'm talking about. So what could I maybe give them as a descriptor to say he's coming down on Smith Street or something? I don't know.
It's the first 3-story building that's been around, as opposed to 2 stories that you're on.
I'll say he might go down by that tall building, and I keep running towards him. So yeah, you tell me what I got to do.
You made the announcement, alerted your friends, and you've closed the distance pretty close. You're only about 40 feet behind him now.
Okay, cool. I want to continue to do that.
Okay. Dante, you come across several caltrops lying in the street and a very angry drow swearing. She's trying to maneuver through. What do you do?
These aren't magical, correct?
Not to your knowledge.
So my woodland stride would still be in effect?
I don't know. What's that say?
Hold on.
Oh yeah, let him use it, Jared. No, it's totally gonna work fine.
So it says starting at level 2, a druid may move through any sort of undergrowth such as natural thorns, bars, and overgrown areas and similar terrain at her normal speed without taking damage or suffering any other impairment. Thorns, briars, and overgrown areas that have been magically manipulated to impede motion, however, still affect her.
No. Yeah, so that totally sounds like caltrops in the streets on the. So definitely to let him do that, Jared, and let him see what happens. I like it.
You can move through, but it wouldn't apply here.
I'm still gonna full sprint through it.
Okay.
Love it. I was so excited for this turn because I knew that was what was going to happen. Was he was going to go? I'm just going to run through it. I knew it.
You run through.
Do I need to do athletics or anything?
You're going to get, basically, they get some attacks on you.
Okay.
And let's see what happens here. Okay, so one is a 19, one is a 12. What is your... Did we determine you're wearing shoes? Yes, I believe I asked you earlier.
Yes.
So you're wearing shoes. So you're going to count that as a +2 to your AC, but you're not going to count your shield, your armor, or your deflection bonuses. So so basically it's just your dex and the +2 from this.
3, 4, 5. So 17 is my armor.
Okay. So one of them...
I have a natural armor amulet. Adam, I see your face.
You take 1 point of damage as one of these as you just come straight down on one of these caltrops. Your speed is reduced by half because your foot is now considered wounded, and the penalty lasts for 24 hours.
Oh,
Okay.
wow! Owie.
But you managed to get through.
Am I to the area that Darek told me he was starting to go down? Or he will be going
Not
down?
yet. You can see the building.
Okay, how far is that?
About 40 feet, I believe.
Cool. And I took a full ran action to get through that, correct? Or was it just to run?
You just ran through, so you still technically have an action.
Cool. Do I see this guy?
No. Well, give me a perception. I believe he's too high up on the roof for you to actually see, though.
That is a dirty 20.
You cannot. You have an idea where he is, but you cannot pinpoint where he is.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to get as close as I can to where I think he's going to come down and then end my turn.
Okay. I mean, you're still going to be about 40 feet away. 40-ish feet away.
That's fine.
Crash.
Oh,
you come across
some
caltrops on the ground.
Yeah, I see her just kind of tiptoeing. He decided to run through and stabbed his foot. Is there like a side alleyway that I could just look at and be like, oh, well, maybe this will take me around to another side of that building?
There's definitely offshoots.
Yeah, I want to shoot down an offshoot. I want to see if maybe I can work my way down a back alleyway to get to this guy.
All right, give me a percentage roll, just so I have it.
Percentage roll. Here we go. That is a 34.
Okay. You tear down the side alley, and you glance left or right, and you take the next left so that you're continuing on what you think is...
Any obstructions, anything in my way? Because I got my shield up and I'm just knocking through them, crashing
currently
through
not here.
Okay, good.
An old lady is in your path. You run her over.
Crashing through her. She's in my way. All right. Yeah, I'm running up the side alleyway.
All right. Milva.
Okay, I have an idea. I don't know if it's going to work.
We're going to find out.
Yeah, you can tell me if this is a bad idea, Jared. I'm going to try to close the distance with this guy. You said he's on a rain spout, right? Or he's like trying to climb?
He's approaching a downspout, yeah.
Okay. I have an item, an immovable rod, and I want to try to get close enough to him, or maybe I don't think I'll be within melee close enough to him, but maybe if I can throw it or try to like catch him into the wall, the side of the building that he's about to climb up. I don't know how it works because I know you kind of have like press
so I know what you're thinking, but the way this rod works is it's basically just a thing that has a button on the end, and then you push the button and it stays there. Okay, like in the air there.
So I need
you
to
can't like
be close enough to him.
You can't like throw it and have it activate. You have to manually.
Okay, so
push the button.
In theory, how close can I get to him? Right, or like. How, if I use all of my movement right now, how close would I get to him?
If you double move, you can get to about 10 feet away from him.
Okay. I will just, I'm going to try. I'm going to just try to move as close as possible to him and just try to catch up to him. So I'll use all my movement.
Okay.
Double move.
His turn. Rady, because you're right there, and Milva, because you're right there. And Chew, because you can see what he's doing. He leaps from the building, grabs onto the rain spout, slides down, and then disappears off into an alley on the side.
My alleyway.
That brings us to Zill's turn. But before we do Zill's turn, let's take our break. Let's take our big break here.
A break already?
A break?
Yeah.
Dang, we were about to get this guy.
Benji wants more thighs.
Benji scares me.
Benji scares me.
I didn't even hit anything yet.
Well, I guess we'll see everybody in about 5-ish minutes.
We'll be back.
A couple minutes.
Yeah. We're good.
Hi, I'm Renata Bliss, and I'm your freestyle dance teacher.
Tinky Winky Boo.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Does it feel good?
So basically, what I was thinking of was, I can't believe you've done this.
Photo. No.
Hi.
Okay.
Why are you running?
I was thinking I'd do some magic. You? Magic Charles. It says talent show.
Why?
You just drop in and just smack the lip. Whoop-ah. Drop down. Snap. Ah.
I am old.
How old are you?
16. I'm my grandmother.
Get to Del Taco. They got a new thing called free Shavakadu.
Is that a dog in a car? Hey! Where'd you learn to drive?
Sometimes the world looks perfect. Nothing.
This is the captain's log for the Scourge.
Today, I fear I was strangely abducted.
Hey, Captain! What are you doing?
Abedzagek, please. I'm trying to record
Ooh, look at those shiny buttons on your arm. What does this one do?
Abedzagek, no!
Self-destruct protocol engaged.
Well, that was fun. What does this button do?
No.
Knowledge history. I don't have that, but that's a 4.
Okay.
I know my history of the town I grew up in.
Yeah. Now the 4. You think that there might be something with the red strikes, like you know that there's something about it, and then the war against evil kind of brings something to mind, but not enough to pull it out of the reaches of your mind.
I don't know what these depictions are on this wall. What did you find over there? Anything of use?
Oh, I share with everyone what I find.
Oh, goody. So you left some of that stuff. I'm going to take, I guess, one of the lanterns and 2 pints of oil.
All right.
I walk over to the door and call back to this one. Hey, Rogue. Traps?
Let me check.
Okay.
What kind of check is it?
Perception.
Okay. 20.
Nothing seems trapped to you.
All right. Is the door unlocked?
It is.
I'm going to open the door.
Do it. Open the door.
I do it.
All right. You open the door. This room contains several low shelves covered with rags and loose bones. A hallway extends to the southeast, while a stone door to the east, the one that you are coming through, is carved with the image of several heroic figures standing solemnly together. The figures represent the same ones that were in the previous relief on the wall. In addition to this, there is a single skeleton lumbering towards you. So we're going to be at what we call initiative. Womp. Okay, initiative-wise.
I've got a 20.
Out of 14.
Her number minus 10.
And I go last. Wait.
You got less than 4?
No, I didn't.
You got more than 4.
So, Ink, you are up and you're moving before this zombie. He has noticed you.
Zombie?
Or, I'm sorry, skeleton. Yes. Skeleton is going to, when he gets a turn, do a thing. But he hasn't noticed, or he has noticed you, he hasn't acted yet. So what are you doing?
He hasn't acted yet.
He will probably be dead by the time it's his turn.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant he hasn't acted like... I mean, if he's just, like, eating dinner, I'm not going to bother him.
He's noticed you, and he looks at you with murderous skeletal...
You don't want to always assume a skeleton.
Ink, fuck him and fuck his dinner. Do you understand?
Can I kill him instead?
I'll allow it.
Okay, I'm gonna take my trident away from her, but I don't like it for a second, and towards the skeleton. Let's see if we can skewer the bones out of him.
I lean towards him and I'm like, hey, let's see how effective this thing is.
What do I add to that? Sorry. So 19.
19 to hit that will absolutely.
I hope so.
Absolutely.
If not, I'm leaving the room.
So roll damage
yes.
as you've stabbed this skeleton, probably maybe between the ribs.
6.
So that's a lot of damage. Okay. You stab into it, and if skeletons could make noise, they would probably say something like "ow." It's a bone-on-bone action. And you said you did 6 damage.
I'll be the Foley artist for our team.
And what does my trident sound like?
Welcome back to Being Bad. Here we are. We're in the middle of a chase. There's a dead half-orc, which is excited Zill. There's a dying woman. Benji has eaten most of a man. It's chaos. I love it. We're going to get right back into it. But before we do, I want to take a moment and chat with you guys out there. Chat with our viewers. So if you guys have comments, send them now.
Chatter.
Before we get to those comments, giving some shout outs to Delirious 2019, donating $5, giving a lucky to Zill.
Woo!
And Sarah BC1 dropping $5 as well, giving a lucky to Benji.
Yeah, to Benji.
She's just scared of him eating more people.
He's gonna use it.
I believe Sarah is also the bit boss and gave a reroll to Dante.
So it's for Benji as well.
No, it says for Dante.
Okay, so I can't use it for him.
Jared, were you able to mark those on the sheet? I don't.
I did, yeah.
Okay, cool,
yeah.
Thanks. And that girl at that place 114. Sorry, I don't want to steal all the comments. I want other people to read them, but she says you guys are epic. That is all.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
nice.
It's
Silent
Lucas.
H.
Oh,
Silent
sorry.
H has a question. Why you no jump Caltrop?
How could I jump Caltrop?
Could have tried, yeah.
Ah.
Why do I feel like I would have just rolled? I should have, because that would have been comic for me to roll another one and just roll in all the Caltrops.
Yeah, Lucas, I do agree with you. Only my mother calls me Tanner.
Lucas also an immovable rod at level 2. Nice. Yeah, I was our gracious DM let me have a special item to start. So
Silent
that's my
H.
special item.
Oh, Silent H also says, shoot him in the knee. You can't climb with an arrow in your knee.
You know what? That should have done that. Taking an arrow to the knee.
Scott Denuzzo says, so comment breaks are no longer a thing. Scott Denuzzo, what would you call this? Gotcha.
Got him.
Got him. Why is James crying?
Because he just got dunked on.
Dunked on.
Delirious 2019 also says, why all the fighting and chasing? Can't they all just have an open dialogue with each other?
Always got to be chasing. Lucas wants to know if we can tie Benji to a javelin or something.
That would be a dangerous
So
item.
javelin damage and bite damage.
Yeah, just make him like a ranged weapon.
I
Might
like
be onto
that.
something.
I think
So-
Zill would be into that.
I worry about Zill more than any character that has been on this show.
More than yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
More than myself.
Lyris also asks about jump sliding as well too, but then brings up, doesn't it always occur with a natural 1? Haven't tried to jump slide yet.
Yeah, jump slides are cursed.
They're dirty. They're dirty.
All right, before we get, I have to lock my cat out of the room. He got in. Hang on.
That's your turn. That's your turn.
That's in the room. That's 2 actions right there.
Real POTUS earlier said, booyah, Scotty D got owned.
Scotty D got owned.
Scotty
D
got owned.
It looks like she rolled her grapple check.
Kitty. Was it Zill's turn?
It is
Jared, or
Zill's
whose
turn, yeah.
Okay,
She
great.
used vanish. Oh, she's back now.
All right. Oh,
So, Zill, it is your turn. And you just saw this guy run and slide down this rain spout and disappear into a side alley.
let's see. So the side alley, it's like off at a separate angle. Approximately distance from. I'm not sure how much distance I traversed.
I mean, it's still about 40 feet. It's just that's where the alley opens and shoots to the left.
Zill is fucking pissed right now about the caltrop stuff. So she's gonna stop me if you can. I'm gonna sling a sleep spell down that alley.
Okay, let me pull that up just so I have it in front of me, because that's an area of effect, right?
10-foot radius. Yes, the range is 120 feet.
Sorry to interrupt, guys, but Sarah is going to bed, so everyone just want to say good night, Sarah.
Good night, Sarah.
Night.
Bye, Darek's mom.
Hi, Sarah.
Wait a second, that's your mother? Wow. Voice from the beyond that gave me all these pearls in my pocket.
You're down an alleyway.
Oh, God.
Okay.
You mean your mom?
So you have an idea of what the terrain looks like. So I'll allow it to go off because it's not like a array or anything.
Okay. No, I was prepared for you to say no. But after having to pick her way through those caltrops, the number of shits Zill gets has to give are fewer, significantly fewer. So yeah, I'm gonna chuck that down the alleyway and see how that one goes. What do you need me to do?
I need to know what your save DC is.
Save DC. This is going to be where my inexperience with Pathfinder gets exposed. Where do I find that?
If you use the PC Gen.
Yes.
At the very top of the spell list sheet, I believe it has it.
Spell list sheet. Okay, I'm going. Scrolling. Oh my God, there's so much stuff here, guys. I'm sorry.
Let me see if I can dig in here.
What is it? Like 10 plus the level plus your
10 plus modifier? The level of the spell plus your casting modifier.
Casting modifier.
Wait, is that DC or is that?
Yeah.
Oh, it lists it right there. Cool. Guys, this is easier than I thought. I'm a wizard. It's 13.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, 13. Okay, so you cast your spell. You feel that everything in the arcane worked the right way. The magical weaves went together correctly. You even feel that there's something ensnared in your spell. However, there is a brief moment of that feeling, and then it goes away. You actually got him via my percentage roll in the spell, but he saved against it.
You got a power nap out of it.
Quick little power nap. 6-second nap.
Okay. It would have been really great if Tanner got going in that. Okay. I guess that's all I get to do, right?
You can move forward more if you want.
Yeah, I'm still
basically
pissed.
get
I'm
to the
going
lip
for it.
of the alley now.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah,
like furious little drow, all 5 feet of fury right now.
You see him standing right at the end of that alley. Dark, you saw him jump onto this rain spout and slide down, and you heard some arcane casting coming from below you.
I definitely am not brave enough to go do what he just did. So I want to just do the Bourne identity type thing where I stay on the roof chasing him while he's down in the alleyway.
Okay. Oh, so cool. You can do that. You basically cut catty corner across the roof that you're on, and see him down in the corner, ready to make his turn away. You can also see coming from the other end across the street. You can see your friend Crash kind of turning a corner as well. So Crash will have to.
Yeah, I'm going to give a shout to Crash about where, you know what? I don't want to give away that I know where this guy's going. And I know that a ready to action isn't something I can take after I took an action. But I'm just going to say that, with the shouting and the chase and all the cool stuff happen at once, I'm going to kind of, as this guy makes his move to go left or right or straight, I'm going to and cheat the system. So there you go. I'm going to
say that one more time. You cut out momentarily.
Oh, crap.
Just the what you were actually doing part cut out.
Yeah, I basically just, if this guy's going to go left, right, or straight, I want to wait till I see him make that move and then give a shout out like, oh, he went that way.
Okay, I'll allow it because talking is essentially free. So
cool.
I'll allow it.
Yay, I cheated.
Okay. That was Dark. Dante. You see Zill is standing at the corner of this alley. You no longer can see Dark up on the roof. It's just you and Tanner right here on the far side of the caltrops. What are you doing?
I'm down an alley.
Yeah, Tanner's down an alley.
Oh, that's right. It's imaginary Tanner next to him.
If I were to get up with Zill, could I see him?
What kind of question is that? You're trying to get the answer before you do the thing.
But isn't your foot hurt?
Your foot does hurt.
It does hurt. So limpingly, limpingly, I will get up to Zill and look down to see if I can see this guy.
Okay, you get up to Zill. You can see the guys at the end of the alley getting ready to make a turn. You can also hear behind you this. What kind of armor are you wearing, Tanner?
Oh, my armor. What is it? Lamilar.
Oh, the Lamalier.
Lamalier. Yeah.
Lamalar.
You hear this the shaking of clearly someone bulking running, and you hear two shields bashing into things in the way. Yeah.
Do I still have an action, or that movement took it?
That was essentially a double move if you wanted to get up there.
Cool. That is
Crash.
I've gone down an alley.
In front of you, you now see you're kind of making your way back towards the main street after the caltrops. You see in front of you Zill and Dante, and then on the far side of them at the other end of an alley, you see this figure getting ready to make a move.
Oh crap! So I ended up back out on the main road with them.
Yeah. Trying to make a big J to get around.
I didn't get anywhere.
You got around the caltrops.
That's accurate. Okay, cool. I get up to this guy and be like, "Hey, you! You're gonna have a bad day. You better stop where you're at now, or I'm tink gonna take you down." And I want to intimidate him.
All right.
Like this. Yeah. With a 16 on the die, that's going to be a 22 to intimidate this guy.
Okay. So I rolled an 18 on the die.
Dang it.
And you're at least 2 buildings away from the guy.
But I'm ferocious.
So, yeah, you we'll say you had an effect on him.
Good. Good.
But
it was
not
a
as
humorous
intense
effect.
if you were right next to him.
Well, they can only move so far.
Do you then move?
Well, actually, didn't I use my? Didn't you say I used my turn to get up to them? That I would end up getting to the end of the alley?
If you use your move, you can get to them. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I would get all the way.
So now it's the 3 of you at that alley entrance.
Yeah.
Milva on the roof.
Okay, so remind me, did Dark go down?
Dark, you saw him kind of go up and over one of the sloped.
Okay, so he's
roofing. Clearly, you saw him drop down and move.
Okay,
that way.
I think I will follow him then. If Dark's gonna stay up and kind of have a more advantageous spot to look down, I'm gonna go down and try to follow this guy still. So I'll go ahead and climb down and get back down on the ground to follow.
Okay, give me athletics check.
Okay.
Or a climb check. That's not a thing anymore, is it?
Yeah, I climbed that.
We got so many systems in my brain.
Oh, we got acrobatics and climb. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
that's an 11.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's handholds and it's very fire code friendly. There's fire escapes and everything. You get down.
Okay.
Without too much problem.
I am gonna draw my longbow at this point, and I'm not gonna fire, but I'm gonna be ready to strike because we've been chasing him for a while.
Okay.
About how far is he at this point from?
He's still about 40 feet away.
Okay.
On the far side of this alley.
Okay. I'll just hold for now. Not necessarily hold action, but just hold for now and continue to follow him.
Okay. Everybody sees him turn to the north, and he passes out of view of everyone except Dark. Dark yells,
"He went that way!"
And then Dark, you see what he's running into could be potentially problematic. As he runs forward, there is a large fruit cart gradually trying to cross this this alleyway that he's in, because you can't have a chase scene without a fruit cart. So
fruit or cabbages?
My cabbages!
How is he? He's left with the options to go under, over, or around it. Let's see which happens. Oh no.
He goes into it.
He goes into. There is a loud crash and fruits fall.
Loud crash.
All over the place. It's like a marmalade explosion of murder. It slows him for one cycle.
Good.
So he only got about another 20 feet up the alleyway.
Okay.
So Zill, back to you. You guys hear the crash. You don't know the outcome, but you hear the crash.
The crash sounds very promising. So I am going to round the corner and view the situation. So he is basically in the cart right now.
At this point, he's on the far side of the cart, having tumbled over it and knocking it to the ground. But he's about 20 feet. If you've moved up the alley into the corner, he's about 20 feet in front of you still. He's on the far side of the tumbled over cart, and fruit is everywhere. And Dark is above you, hanging out.
So he is basically he's incapacitated at the moment, kind of, or is he like about to get on his feet?
He's currently prone. He's gonna get up, but he's not. He's not like unaware that you're there.
I think I'm going to try what I wanted to do earlier anyway. I'm going to shoot a ray of frost at his feet. Like literally at the ground of his feet. In an attempt to freeze the area.
To like sub-zero him?
I don't want him to be able to get up easily. Right now, if he could, if I could, would it be possible to like kind of create like a ice puddle or something there?
It's not exactly what that does.
In that case, I'm shooting at his feet anyway. Maybe just his feet.
Okay.
So yes, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
So you like the description of Ray of Frost?
No, I have that here.
Okay.
So you're going to roll a ranged touch attack, or a ray attack, which is essentially a ranged touch attack.
Okay. So you're looking for the DC on that.
Yeah, you're going to, I don't think he gets a save. Yeah, there's no save. So it's essentially an attack roll. So it's going to be your D20 plus your base attack modifier.
Okay. D20.
Plus your dexterity bonus.
D20 is 19 plus so you said so it's the dice,
yeah,
plus the
plus your dice plus your base attack bonus. I'm not sure you have one.
I have base attack plus 1.
Okay, so then plus 1, and then plus your dex bonus because it's ranged.
So 21.
Okay. You fire this ray of frost, and this icy cold ray pierces through and smacks this guy right in the foot. Roll 1d3, or so a d6 and then half it.
Got cold feet.
D6, you said. 3, so either round up or round down, I guess.
Let's just call it 2.
2, okay.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, he lets out a yelp. It's not pleasant. I imagine I liken it to throwing your hand down into a cooler full of icy beverages, and then that numbness starts to kick in. Dark. You see all this unfolding. There is now like fruit all over the ground. Z shot a ray at this absconding creature. What are you doing?
Dark. Dark's gonna. You remember in Cable Guy? You know, when the dream sequence is happening, and Jim Carrey has the glowing eyes, and he's like running up behind him, and he like gets bigger than him, and he jumps on him. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump from the rooftop and land on him.
Oh, cool. Oh my God.
Cool.
Use your luckies.
Oh, I'm definitely going to use my lucky.
Okay.
This makes me feel for Jim more than anything, because that's very much something Oopsie would do. And I don't know the mechanics behind that. So, okay, I got it. So I guess give me a CMB.
How does a 19 do me?
That does pretty good. Pretty good, because he's already down. So you leap off this roof, and it's amazing, Z, right in front of your eyes. There's just this large, finely dressed man drops out of the sky on top of this fleeing creature.
You say jump, and I did jump. That is what Darek did. But to everybody else, it would look like a flail. Like he just like fell off there. It's not graceful, like I said.
Darek is slowly building his mythos as a hero between ant suits and falling off of buildings successfully.
Ant-Man!
You are now on top of him.
Wham!
And I would consider him grappled.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, let's say he's grappled.
Don't worry, everybody. I got him.
Dante.
Darek the Dashing to the rescue.
Dante.
Yes.
What you doing?
How many feet is it to get up to Zill?
It's 40 feet to her, and then 20 feet to Dark and the guy.
Then I will do a full sprint, which should be 60 feet instead of 120.
Okay.
And get right up next to Dark. I wish I would have seen that. Dang.
Okay, you come around Zill, this limping druid with a chubby little lizard in his
the whole time I'm like, oh my God, if I
comes
just
past you,
get my
he just
hands.
he wiggles through this fruit explosion, and he's just now kind of standing there staring down at Dark.
You heard fruit? You will die.
Crash.
It just goes running down. I heard my name being called. I heard a giant crash down the alleyway. And I turned and I'm like, yeah. Hey, you did it. You know what? I think he's got it. I think he's okay. Hey, Darek, are you good? You got this guy? Are you good?
Yeah. I got him, but he's gross. He's got all this like fruit stain on him. Somebody come get him. It's gross.
Well, what kind of fruit? I'm allergic to coconut.
This is not coconut. He couldn't have broken coconut. What? I don't understand what's going on with you. Is there something? Are you damaged in the brain? I don't understand.
No. I heard a giant crash. I mean, with that much impact, hey, I've been able to break a coconut with one of these shields before. It's good.
But you're allergic to them.
I am. I'm very allergic.
So was it good, or were you allergic? I'm very confused.
I could break it, but it's bad. I'm allergic to them. It's like a catch-22. It's really bad.
Why are we talking about this?
Because it's coconuts.
Here, come get this guy. It's not coconuts.
Oh yeah.
It's not coconuts.
Yeah. And I'm yelling that as I'm going around the corner too. I'll be like, yeah, coconuts. Yeah, I'm allergic. Okay, cool. And I guess I'll just I'll look at the guy and said, hey, I told you it's gonna be a bad day for you. And I'm just gonna stand there with both shields up and just like wait for him to try to stand up if he wants to.
I just picture Dark like with one arm, just kind of relaxed, like talking to Tanner.
Oh yeah. Dark's basically sitting on the guy with like one arm over, on the ground, just like yeah, it's fine. I got him.
I believe Milva probably comes up next.
Do the same. Yeah, I will turn the corner. I'll also kind of surround him. So we're kind of all like surrounding him at this point, like with our weapons drawn.
Yeah, you've got him. You've got him dead to rights. He's given up. He's not flailing or anything. What are you guys going to do with him now that you have him?
Benji attacks him. I'm just kidding.
I'm
just kidding.
Are you kidding? Does Benji not?
I mean,
tie him up, right?
Yeah, I guess we'll tie him up.
Yeah, and when we do that, I want to grab him by the scruff of his neck and put him up against the wall and be like, "Hey, what were you doing shooting those people for, huh?"
How do you interact with things with two shields?
It's like a pincer. It's like, hey,
like you use them like a weird crab and just
yeah. Or if he has him pinned, I want to search him to try to find the poison.
So you've pinned him. You said, "Why are you shooting people?
Why are you shooting people like that, huh?"
He looks you straight in the eyes and goes, "Because they paid me."
Who paid you? What, the people that got shot paid you?
He looks to everyone else except Crash. And he goes, "Because they paid me."
He won't be looking at me as I'm talking to the cart driver, and I'm saying, "That's Darek Drake, Drake. Yes, that is the famous Drake family. Yes, they're my parents, but I am a new up-and-coming hero. It's Dark the Dashing, really. I know that you saw me there with the... it was pretty impressive, wasn't it? And Dark's just he's on his own little quest now.
This fruit guy's just staring all around. He's like, "What about my mangoes?" All kinds of problems. And you're there trying to sing your praises. Benji, you said, not Benji, Dante, you said you wanted to look through his pockets?
Well, when he said that, I am going to ask him who paid him as I cast a fire into my hand. And if he doesn't answer, I'm going to press it into his chest.
You ask him who paid. He's like, "Don't know. Never met the man."
Then I'm going to press the fire into his chest.
Okay.
He's answered my question, and I don't like the answer.
You're going to torture the man.
Yes.
Who roll damage.
Okay.
Remember, Margaret, at the beginning of the episode, I said that you had an unlucky that you could use, and you'd probably want to use it on Jared? You could use it on James. That is allowed.
Only 2 damage.
Okay. But it's fire damage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Zill's kind of into it anyway, so.
So I take back what I said about Zill, and I'm actually kind of really liking her now.
He screams in pain. He's like, "Ah!"
I will ask you one more time.
He's going to ask you one more time.
Who sent you?
It's Drake, Drake.
I told you, I've never met him.
What did he look like?
How did you get the money? How do you know the people you were supposed to kill?
Yes, of the famous ant masquerade saving. Absolutely.
Who gave you this information? You didn't just all of a sudden choose your targets. You had to know who.
Yeah, there's a network.
What network?
I'm going to press it into his chest again.
Okay, roll damage.
My family does have 4 legendary blades.
That's another 2 damage.
I like that James is mad at this guy because James doesn't understand secret networks.
Yep.
But Milva's just going along with it.
I'm like, should I step in? You know what? I'm just gonna let him do it. If he does it one more time, maybe I'll step in.
What did
he yells again in pain?
Where did
his shirt is now singed
to get this information?
No, Skylar's my sister. She's not important. That's not who we're talking about right now.
Roll an intimidation check.
Can I aid him in that since I'm yelling at
That's
the
a nat
dude
20.
Oh, never mind. You don't need it.
It's a skill check, so that doesn't really matter. So
Okay. Well, that's still a nat 20.
Can I attempt to aid because I'm like pincing him and everything
Sure.
too? Yeah. Intimidation. Yeah. +2 from me because that's going to be a 21.
Wow.
Okay, so what's your final number there, James?
So 22.
Okay.
I don't have anything in intimidation.
Hey, that's fine.
You got fire in your hand. That's what
I do.
Okay. I got to figure out what the DC is. 10 plus. Okay.
Darek finally does like a double take and realizes that they're like burning this guy alive behind him. He would start to make his way over there.
What was the question you asked, James?
Where did you get this information, and what poison did you use?
Okay, they dropped it at the dead drop. I picked it up. The where's not going to help you. We change it every day.
What's this organization you're talking about? This network? Who are they?
I wrote it down. Hold on, let me find my notes. Just followers of Ayaka.
Okay.
Aka.
Was that so hard to tell me?
You've still not gotten any information. That's different than what I told you.
You still haven't let me know what poison you used.
I'm confused. Are we burning him because he's not answering the questions? Because it might be in your best interest not to answer the questions if he's just going to keep burning you every time you answer them.
He looks over at you and goes, I've tried it both ways. I don't know. I don't know the damage or the poison. I'm not an alchemist.
That's fair. Doesn't look like an alchemist to me.
Milva, I'm losing my patience, and I fear that I will end this man's life before he is able to tell us something.
Let's take him in. He's told us enough. Did you find anything on him? Did you find the poison?
Yeah, I'll search his body.
Okay. Give me a perception.
A 16.
You find on him a scrap of parchment with a sketch of what looks like the woman that was hit in the stomach.
Okay.
You find 2 more crossbow bolts. And you find another one of those glass spheres.
And the glass sphere, does it look like there's something inside it?
No, it's like a solid glass kind of orb.
That sphere.
Okay, do the bolts have the black goo on it?
Give me a perception on the bolts. Or if you have like an armor crafter, craft weapon or something.
That is a 26.
You can see that the bolts have a little indent, kind of like you've seen fountain pens.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, where you would put in a thing and it would come from inside the bolt itself.
Okay. I am going to wrap the bolts in a cloth, just so they don't poke anyone and stuff like that, and give them...
Are we going to have him roll for how well he wraps it, Jared? Because I think he may have poked himself.
I'll let him not kill himself.
Thank you.
So what's this guy's name?
You know what, Dark? I never asked him. I just started.
You were willing to kill him. Yep. All right.
This sphere. This is the same. This is the just so I know, this is the same sphere that was on that other thief.
Yeah,
right?
it's identical. Yeah.
Oh.
But this is the sphere that was on the other thief that we apprehended earlier, Dante.
Hey, so I know we burned you a lot, and I just had one little other question. So the sketch probably wouldn't be enough to just find a person in the city. You'd probably be told where they were going to be, or maybe their name, or what their routes were. How did you? Maybe you know the name of the person that you shot. What other information did you get besides the sketch?
He doesn't look like he's evading as much. Like he doesn't seem to. He doesn't seem to be sidestepping information as much as, like, just he's sorry. I'm not being paid enough to worry about this. They gave me a description and said she'd be in the market today about this time.
How long you been
burn
doing
him
this?
again? No, I'm kidding. Sorry. Go ahead.
How long you been doing this kind of work?
For hire, about 6 years.
Before that, just for fun?
I had a knack at it. He glances at, well, I guess none of you are really hardened killers, but...
I'm in a hardened ant killer? Does that,
No one's heard about your ant stories.
Until Dark's ballad comes out.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So that was fun. Maybe we take him back and we call it a night. Maybe go to one of those bars down by the docks.
Wait, but
Some
is that
people
everything?
watching?
How do we know that there's not other thieves out there as well too? Are there?
There's lots of thieves in the city.
No, I'm talking about like right now. Are there any other ones that you were in contact with?
Well, what if I tell you where you can go and you let me get away?
Maybe you tell us where to go and we put in a favorable word for how well you cooperated with us.
Put your sentence down by a few years, maybe.
Or I could just end your life now. It's your choice.
What is your alignment?
Chaotic neutral.
Okay.
It's
making sure there's no shifts happening.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. If you continue down this alleyway, you'll come to a garbage refuse bin. Behind that bin is a grate that leads down into the sewers.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
I'm going to re-roll that because that's a 1.
Ooh.
I'm going to re-roll that because that's a 5. That's a nat 20.
Oh, that was worth the 2 rerolls.
James is a cheater.
Jared, he did. I don't want to call this out, but he did call for an insight roll. And since that doesn't happen in this game, I think that he probably doesn't, nothing happens. It's just a wasted roll, right?
I mean, I know what he meant.
I know, teasing.
He meant sense motive.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah.
Could have been moved. I don't know.
And 2, Chase, Crash, Tanner.
I trust you. I was kidding.
It makes sense. I mean, you've seen sewer accesses and they run up and down. You know that all the sewers lead to the sweepings, and that's kind of one of the bad areas of town.
Okay. He seems to be giving us some good information that we could follow.
Do we throw him to a patrol? We go find a patrol to give him to, and then we go check it out, yeah?
You're the patrol.
Well, we're going to take him in, yeah?
Take him to that cell that is at the other part of the market.
Start filling that up with people.
Yeah. We did doing a good job.
Find the old man, put him in there.
I'll go up to the cart guy too and be like, look, I'm sorry he ran into your thing. Here, you know what? Here's 2 pearls for you. I heard they're worth some money.
My goodness.
Wow.
How much are they worth?
That was very nice.
It's like when I gave the farmer 25 gold.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, thank you. This will save everything. And then you see he reaches and scratches out the name Daric Drake, send Bill on his little notepad there. And he goes about cleaning up his things. You transport this guy back to the calaboose area. And
while we're walking with him, I'm like, you're lucky. The last guy we encountered, we took his leg clean off.
And that was from this little guy here. And like Benji pops his head out, looks at his thigh, licks his lips, and goes, plop.
He'll take a bite out of you.
You get him to the cell and put him in next to the other guy. They give a slight nod to each other, and you've got him locked up.
You two work for the same organization? You know each other?
All bad people know each other.
Well, you did have you both had a sphere, so obviously
you both have faces.
What is
but
that
we're not
thing?
holding a crystal sphere in our pockets.
Neither are we.
Is that your little?
Well, we found it on you.
But who's
holding this? Yeah, who does have it now?
Milva would have the guy we took the thigh out of.
Yeah, actually, I would have held on to it. The sphere. Yeah, are these your little badges to get into your club?
I've never seen those before in my life.
This is where Zill takes a much harder look at those spheres, and the probably not knowledge arcana, or
do you have detect magic?
Absolutely, that was choice number 2. The first one was a shot in the dark. I am 100% going to detect magic on that.
They have a faint aura of magic, similar to. Actually, you now give me a knowledge arcana.
Haha, yeah, that's what I thought. Math. 25. No, wait, 27 or 26.
They have a faint aura of a modified kind of arcane mark spell on them. Mm-hmm. You've seen this before used as kind of pass keys at places.
Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't recognize the mark.
Daric,
no.
Okay.
Can you speak thief? It's a weird question. I'm not sure how to ask it, but you know, like the language of thieves, correct?
Yeah.
And he's just outing you.
Uh-huh.
I just look at Daric like.
Yeah, all the thieves. They we talk like this.
Thief.
Okay.
Thief.
What's the interpretation of that?
Oh, it means you're an idiot.
Good, yeah. Do you guys hear that? You're idiots. That's what he was saying.
These guys in the cell sit down and kind of sit back with their weird smirks on their face, smiling at you guys.
You guys think this is funny? You're the ones going to jail.
Where are they in this cage? Are they like close to the edge? Or are they kind of sitting in the center?
There's. I mean, it's not a huge kind of thing. It's like a 6x6 kind of holding cell. So they're just kind of against the gate.
Cool. I'm gonna put my right shoot away, and I'm gonna reach and grab one of them and just slam his face up on the bars.
Ooh. Roll a reflex save.
Roll a reflex. Oh boy. Hey, that's a natural 1.
Ooh, cool. I love it.
I
love it.
Darn it.
You reach into this the cell to try and get them when your arm is filled with an insane tingling sensation, and you take 6 points of damage as electricity flows through you.
Nice.
And you draw your arm back.
Ooh.
That was a good tingle. All right, I'm good to go. I showed them good. Yeah, that's right. I was showing you what not to do. Don't put your hand through this thing, and you'll end up owie.
It's almost like it's warded in some way.
He kind of just drops his head.
People from
escaping.
Yeah.
Precious drops his head, turns, and starts walking back towards the alley that we're talking about.
Every once in a while, he just shakes his hand.
Dang
it.
Yeah, I'll follow Crash.
I guess should we go check out that spot?
I want to take those crossbows and show them to the herbalist and see if she can kind of get what poison they use to help that woman.
You can tell that they're not full.
That lady's gonna die. The few people I care about.
Why is the random lady that's on the street that you've never met the people that you care about?
A valid question.
Because they're part of this town, and we were tasked with protecting this town.
Not wrong.
As you bite a denizen and burn another.
That person did something illegal, and the other guy murdered someone,
which was not illegal.
So going back to this,
you guys go back and follow the lead to where he said, and sure enough, you pull aside a bin and reveal an open sewer grate that leads down into the tunnels beneath the city. Once inside the tunnels, there are a few twists and turns.
I'm not going inside the sewers. No, that's gross.
What do you mean you're not going down there? We gotta get in there.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's gross.
We have to figure out what happened to the citizens of this town.
Yeah, no, sure. They were shot with a crossbow bolt. Did you not see? That's what happened to them.
I love having you here, Darek.
I mean, it's gross. So maybe we could come back a different time when they've cleaned it up.
Give me perception checks.
All of us?
Yeah, you're all just kind of standing around the top of that.
22.
That is a 24.
Stop outdoing me.
24.
I have a +8 to perception. 24.
Okay. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell bad, and what you can see from the light actually looks pretty cleaned and polished.
Wait, what day is it today?
3 day.
3 day. They clean sewers on 3 days, so it's perfect.
Okay. Just hang on. All right, just hold on. All right, just hang on. Dark runs back to like the more clothing area of the place, and he's gonna purchase a number of things. Like he's got some galoshes that he purchases. He's got multiple wraps around his face. He's got goggles on, and he's got these big like alchemist gloves on, big apron. Like he's just totally, and he'll just like Ralphie from Christmas Story will like waddle back over, and he'll say, "Okay." And he probably has like a snorkel on too.
I'm sure that won't affect your roguish movement in any way.
So he was gone for about an hour. I was able to take a nap and get those hit points. Right?
Yeah, right.
Short rest.
Once inside the sewer, you can see there are many twists and turns. The tracks are not a difficult thing to follow. There is clearly a worn path in the stoneway. The stone itself is made, or the sewers themselves are made of like a polished and cleaned stone, with a small rivulet of water running, or liquid running in the middle.
I don't need to do like a survival check to.
No, these are pretty. I mean, you can do one to be sure, but they're pretty. It's pretty obvious that there's.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one and use a lucky just to make sure. Oh, well, that was a 2, so I'm glad I called that. That is a 13 plus 10, 23.
Yeah, you definitely find The tracks lead around several corners and then suddenly disappear directly into a wall.
Okay. Zil, do you sense any magic, or like it's just a dead end? I don't know what's going on.
I kind of look around at the walls and kind of stroke my chin a little bit. As like, and yeah, I cast detect magic on it.
Coming from one of the stones above, kind of the top of this wall, there appears to be some sort of illusionary magic in play.
Ooh.
I shot out one of the orbs. I put one of the orbs up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the orb, and this might do something. I don't quite know. Put it. You said, is there something about this wall that we should?
Yeah. Did you find anything, Zil?
Yes, it does look like there's something magical going on here. Did you say that it did seem like it was the same aura, or if it was
it's different than the orbs.
Okay.
It's straight illusionary.
It does not appear to be the same magic, but it might still be worth a try.
I'm gonna go toward the wall. Which spot did you say it was? Is it up? And try to awkwardly mess with all of the stones on the wall.
I just kind of casually be like, this way.
Okay, 1 up, 2 up, 3. And I'll eventually try to tap the one that she points out and see if it does anything.
You go to tap the exterior of it, and your hand passes into it, and you can feel the recess of an orb shaped.
So I'll go ahead and pull it. Yeah, take the orb and place it in there.
You place the orb in there, and the sound of several springs and pulleys activating, and the wall drifts and slides aside.
Oh, great job, Captain!
That was cool. That was cool.
A little no, don't go that way.
As the wall shifts and pushes aside, a tunnel opens up before you. Up ahead, you can see the flickering light of a torch. Clearly, a room opens up. The smell of oil and metals fill the air. There is a clunking and ticking sound coming from ahead.
Jared, I'm gonna very awkwardly pull out my weapons, get myself all armed, and continue moving forward.
Proceed with caution, everybody.
Hey, Zil, do me a favor really quick. I'll always play the numbers game. Do you want 1, 2, or 3? What are we going with today? 1, 2, or 3?
1, 2, or 3 what?
It's the numbers game that we always play. 1, 2, or 3. Pick your number today.
3.
3. All right. Perfect. You see Crash, he reaches down into his pouch and pulls out this flask, and he yanks off his one shield, and he opens this little compartment in the front, puts his flask in it, closes the compartment, got both shields on. He's like, all right, good choice, Zil, let's do this. And he starts sneaking down as quietly as he can.
Are you actually sneaking?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be sneaky.
Anyone sneaking, give me a stealth check.
Would I sneak?
Nice. 25.
That is a 12.
Oh, I'm absolutely not going down there.
Yep, I got a 1.
Cool.
Ooh.
Tarek is limited by the choices he's made, but he's still better than a 1. 12.
So we've got one good stealther.
I'm like, proceed with caution, everybody. And I'm like trying to get down low. Nobody's following me.
You move forward and you come to the opening, or where you can see where as the room opens up. This room has a pair of wooden dummies decorated with bells sit along one side of the room next to a large wall with different types of padlocks and door handles. On the opposite side sits 4 empty straw mattresses and a cook pot over an extinguished fire. There is still stew inside of the cook pot. The far wall is decorated with 4 tapestries, decorated with what appears to be a black reflective coin. Also in the center of this room, walking back and forth in a swift and mechanical action, you can see 2 emerald crystal eyes staring at you from this bronze and iron forged artificial dog.
I cast Speak with Animal on the dog. No,
As it's walking back and forth. What are you doing?
Being quiet.
It has not noticed you.
Oh,
good.
Okay.
Well, that's good. You guys ever?
Everybody, just I like hold my hand up. There's something ahead. It hasn't seen us yet. Let's try to proceed again with caution for real this time. Maybe we can take cover, hide somewhere.
Not really anything in here.
Yeah, I guess
to hide from what you've seen.
Captain, we have the jump on it.
right.
We can take it out without it having a chance.
All right. Let's do it.
We're running in there and crash through it.
Let's just run and jump it.
As everybody would move forward, Dark will take a step back.
Okay.
Surprise round, J-Red.
Well, give me initiative so we have it.
Okay.
So we have it on the books.
That is a 10.
Ooh, that's an 18. Plus what?
12.
Ooh, plus 8. Jeez.
I guess 11.
10, 11, 12.
20. Dirty 20.
Nice.
Who had the... Milva was on 20.
Mm-hmm.
What were you at, Dante?
10.
10. And Tanner was the 11?
I was a 12.
You were the
12. was 11.
What were you at, Dark?
22.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, nothing happens because it doesn't know it's in combat. So, Dark, what are you doing?
I'll withhold. I'll withhold with the intention of moving into a flanking position. Trying to be undetected when that happens, but I need to let them get up there first.
Okay, great. Milva.
I know I said we're going to run and jump it, but I'm more of a ranged person. So I'm going to draw my longbow and strike it. And then I'll signal for everybody to go. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and attack with a longbow.
Okay. So fire your arrow.
That is a 12.
12 is enough to hit its flat-footed AC.
Oh.
Okay, nice.
So you have struck it. Please roll damage.
D8. 3. Just 3.
3. You definitely struck it. You feel that the arrow did not pierce nearly as far as it should have.
I figured it much.
As if it's resisting some of your damage.
Ooh. Okay.
Tanner.
So she shot the thing. Tanner's actually gonna just take a moment, and he wants to focus in on this dog. You see him kind of standing in this fighting position, but then he's gonna hunker down just a little bit more. Because I'm gonna use my move action to do a martial flex.
I don't know what that is.
So martial flex, essentially what I can do is by using a move action, I can get use of a feat that I do not currently own, but I meet all the prerequisites for it.
Oh.
So I am actually, by just hunkering down, I am going to take improved trip and get ready to charge at this thing. And when I take this action, I get this thing for an entire minute.
Okay. So that puts Milva still technically in the front of things.
Mm-hmm.
But you have improved trip. Yes. I will note that. Z, you see Milva shot this arrow at this clockwork dog. Crash did his thing that you're probably accustomed to seeing. He gains an ability. What are you doing?
Feeling a little tired from all the spell casting earlier. I decide just over it and pull out my crossbow and load it up. And I believe I can also shoot it in the same round.
If you don't move, you can, yeah.
Yep. I am going to take a pot shot at the creature's eyes specifically. And I'm going to roll a lucky for that.
Okay.
So lucky is a two dice, right?
It's essentially advantage.
Let's see. Then the modifier for that would be oh my god, I got too many windows open. So that would also be a ranged attack bonus is 2, I believe. So unfortunately, this wasn't great for me. 14.
That is still enough to hit it because it's not acted yet.
Okay.
So roll damage.
Okay, and that is according to this 1d8.
That I believe that's correct.
6.
6. Again, you know that you hit it spot on, but the bolt did not penetrate nearly as far as you thought it should. That brings us to Dante.
I am going to take my scimitar and try to shove it in the gearwork and just stop it from being able to move and stuff.
So you're going to move up to melee range and essentially try to cut it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just using some flavor.
No, yeah, I get it. I just wanted to make sure I was acknowledging that you're moving into melee range.
Yes. Okay. Does Benji get a surprise round?
Benji's in your pouch.
He's in my pouch. So that's a yes?
No. He can either get out of the pouch.
Okay. No, that's fine. Yeah. That's fair.
I'm going to make it he cannot attack from said pouch.
11 plus 5, so that's 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Sweet. That is 4 damage. So
again,
stab it right into.
You're true with your aim, but the damage that you expect to see is not present.
That's what I figured.
But now it's his turn.
Jared, I'm going to go.
Oh, that's right.
Take
you were waiting for a thing.
My action. So I'm going to move up there and attempt to smack it with my light mace.
Ooh. Okay, so you move up into flanking position.
Yes, I would assume it's aware of me, but I would love to move up there as.
You can. It hasn't has its thing yet.
Yeah, it hasn't acted, so I think.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, plus I'm flanking anyway, so I guess I still get it regardless, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's poopy. That's unfortunate. Nope, don't have a lucky. Okay, that was bad. So nothing happened. I ran up there, but I'm so bundled up like Ralphie, or like oh shoot, not Ralphie. His brother.
One.
Yep, I'll think of it on my turn next time. Bye.
You move up and swipe at this creature, but you miss, sadly. But it's the creature's turn now, and Dante is the closest one to him, and has recently caused him damage.
Mm-hmm.
So you see these jaws, these mechanical jaws, open and come towards you in an attempt to bite. And let's see if he does bite. Well, one of them is a 2.
Uh-huh.
The second one does a 18 hit you.
My AC's 19.
All right.
Ooh.
I'm a hefty little boy.
Okay. He tried to bite at you. You noticed twice, but missed both times. That is sad, and I don't like it. Can I do anything else here? Boop, boop, boo. No. So that brings us back to Dark. Oh, wait, no. You held, so you're now positioned there.
You get to go again so quick.
That brings us to Milva.
Okay. Despite me not feeling satisfied with my last shot, I'm going to try to shoot again. And I forgot I have this feat, Rapid Shot. You can, when making a full attack action with a ranged weapon, you can fire one additional time this round at your highest bonus. Does that mean I can go shoot twice?
Yeah, so basically if you don't move and devote your entire action to firing, or your entire turn to firing, you can take 2 shots.
I will do that then. So first shot, that is that's a nat 20.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Well, so the first one is a critical.
Yes.
So let's resolve that.
Okay, so that's just, so I have just a D8 damage.
Well, that's a longbow, right? You said?
Yeah.
Let's just make sure that is a ×2 mod. It is a ×3 modifier. Okay.
Ooh.
So you're gonna roll your damage.
Okay, so D8. Oh my gosh! I'm not joking. I rolled an 8.
Cool.
That's the highest damage.
Cool.
Oh my!
4 damage.
I'm sorry, Jared's like,
that's why she's our leader.
Yeah.
Well, now you're gonna so 24 damage. That
fold.
was a lot. That was a lot of damage. I have to math because I don't like it. I shouldn't have just nerfed this thing. I literally just nerfed this thing. Okay. You again, not all of the damage gets through, but a sizable chunk of it does.
Yes.
And I will.
And you have another shot,
again.
apparently.
Yeah.
Nice.
Shortest robot.
That's a 21. 16.
21 will hit, I believe. Let me double check. Yes. 21 will hit.
Nice.
And 5 extra damage.
Again, it goes back to shrugging off a certain amount of that damage. Man, that crit wrecked me. Wrecked my day.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Crash, you just saw a bunch of arrows fly, and you saw some people rush up to it. What are you doing?
Arrows hitting this thing and just doing some damage to it. So Crash is down nice and low, and he's gonna run forward on this thing, and he's got that one pouch shield, and he's gonna shield bash with that one on his right hand side. See if that shield bash is gonna hit. Maybe not with a 14.
14 is not enough.
14 is not enough. So I moved up, I swung at this thing, and I missed. Which then, if I'm using a shield, it's going to make my AC go down a little bit, but it's all right. I was excited, you know. The boss, she did some big damage. I tried to come in, and I couldn't compete with it on this one.
But you're there now. You're in position for next time.
I'm there now. I'm totally
next time.
there. Totally there to do the thing.
Zill, you're up. It's a country. Nope, it's a continent. What are you doing?
Boy, it's easy to burn through a wizard spell list real quick.
Yep.
Learning.
You do have cantrips, or you at least should have cantrips.
Right.
So they'll say 0 level spell,
but they're still not unlimited.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a 5e thing.
Yep. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take another shot at this thing's eyes.
Right. So you're shooting into it's currently engaged in melee, so you're gonna take a -4 on the to hit. Just so you're aware if that changes anything.
But you do have some luckies to help you out.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do the lucky. All right. Zill just completely over the shit once again, just takes loads up that crossbow again and takes another shot. So that is 18.
18 does hit.
Nice.
So then that's a D8. That is a 7.
Oof. Ooh. You guys are slowly getting this guy down. I thought this would be harder. I'm learning.
Boy.
We sure crashed your party, didn't we, Jared?
Suddenly this creature reaches back, unhinges a second set of jaws, and swallows Crash whole. Dante, what are you doing?
I am going to try to shove my scimitar down this abomination's throat.
Abomination?
Yep. It's not an actual animal.
It's a bold statement from a man who burns people.
That is a dirty 20.
That will hit.
Sweet. Ooh, that is max damage. 7 damage.
7 damage.
Benji is going to jump out of his pouch and try to go after this guy. I did not want him to attack. Do I have to do an animal check?
If you want to stop him from doing a thing or make him do a thing, yeah.
I want to stop him, but when I'm in combat, he attacks. So, yeah. And that's a natural 1. So he attacks.
He's going to bite it. He's going to try and bite it.
Yeah. Benji, your teeth. No.
Broke his teeth.
That's not going to do it. That is a 2.
So that is absolutely
I'm not even going to add his stuff. So that is my turn.
Okay. Which brings us back to Dark.
The dashing, right?
Yep, Dark, the dashing.
Right. Yeah, okay. There we go. We got it. All right. I'm going to attack twice, Jared, because I have two weapon fightings.
Ooh.
I am going to also, I believe I have one last thingamajig, right?
Yeah,
I got one last lucky, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. Yeah. So here we go. I'm going to use that lucky on the first attack.
Sure it's going to be a crit?
No, but I do think I might hit on both. The lucky actually only gave me a 1. but I am flanking, which is good. So I believe that's a 19 and a 20. Dirty.
Ugh. They both hit.
Sweet.
I hate it.
That is very exciting. So the rapier is first, and I assume that that'll be not great because of the hey, 6 on the die though. That's nice. 6 on the die for the rapier, and then the light
plus your sneak attack bonus.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So that would have been, on that one hit, would have been a total of 8.
Ugh, gross.
And then the next one is the mace. So light mace, take a swing, and that is 7 points with the light mace.
Nice. And that light mace is bludgeoning, right?
I think the sneak attack also applies here because you're technically flanking, right?
Yeah, I would. I don't see why it wouldn't, but maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. But
I don't think there's a rule. It can only be once. Yeah.
Well, that would have been. I mean, I was 7 with the sneak attack.
Oh, okay,
Jared.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hard. Getting it hard.
The gears and springs of this thing are starting to flop off. But it's its turn. Maybe it can take one of you with it. Let's see. Benji, Dante,
want him attack,
Crash, Dark.
Wait, what about Milva? All right, let's kill Milva. All right,
she's still shooting from
my I know. I'm teasing.
So I'm gonna roll a D4 here.
All right,
to decide who to attack.
Please be a 2.
It is a 2.
Sweet. So I'll take all the damage. Just
looks like you're getting 2 attacks from this dog, this creature. The first one.
You have an unlucky Zill.
First one is a 19 on the die.
I roll the unlucky.
That's too late. You can use it on the next one now.
Okay, cool.
On the next one now.
All right, cool.
It's a 19 on the die plus some numbers. Does a 27 hit?
It does. But as you try to bite me, you notice that it goes right through my body as I use a reaction called Windy Escape.
I don't like it.
Jared is so done with all of us.
In fact, I'm going to look it up and make sure it's a real thing.
Go ahead.
Windy Escape's a fantastic thing.
It's a Blood Rager thing, I see.
It's also a druid thing.
Silk thing too.
That's dumb.
Alex Rogue in the chat says that sounds like a fart.
Yep. You're a big old fart. And he's going to take the second attack using the unlucky.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, good. I like unluckies that cause me to get a 1.
Yes.
You're all the worst. Why can't I have fun, guys? So this clockwork hound tries to bite, and he thinks he did real good, and then the druid turned into a fart, and he missed on the second attack, and that saddens me. Milva's turn.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, we're gonna rapid shot again. My longbow.
You are taking the -4, shooting into melee.
Got it.
I don't think I thought she had the feat that let her not take the -4.
She's got point blank and rapid shot, I believe.
Yes, correct.
You don't have precise shot?
I do not currently.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna get that.
I could get it.
All right, so that is a 13.
13 is not enough.
Okay, and I'll attack again.
An arrow flies by Dante's head, aimed directly at his temples.
It's okay as long as you don't hit Benji.
Oh man, I'm gonna squish that lizard.
Oh, don't you?
17? Does that hit?
17 does not hit.
Oh
no.
Okay, both my shots miss.
It's so close though. Another arrow flies through. Let's bring us back to Tanner.
So I went with the right hand and completely missed. So this time I got on the second shield. I'm gonna come in and slash with this thing. Try to hit with this, and it's got a hook boss on it. So I'm gonna try to trip this thing. But now doing it with this, if I hit, it's not prone. It just ends up it's flat-footed until next turn. If I can actually hit with it, and I'm gonna use my lucky.
Does it do damage as well?
Does not do damage as well. It just makes it flat-footed.
Flat-footed. Okay.
Yep.
For a whole round?
For a whole round.
Got it.
That's right. And because I have improved, I get a +2 on my CMB. With a lucky, that's going to be good stuff. That's going to be a 27 to hit this guy. That does hit. So the hook goes into the gear, and it is now flat-footed until next round.
Yeah, you jam this hook into like the leg piston, and it can't move its thing here. There is now a flat-footed Clockwork Hound, and it is Zill's turn.
I got it good. Get it.
Good. It's good. You're good. Yeah, I think another crossbow bolt here. Doing it.
Jared, on Zill's turn earlier, you mentioned that she didn't have any cantrips she could continue to cast, but is that something that's a class feat for her? Because cantrips you can cast an unlimited amount of time.
That's what I thought.
I don't know. I have a lot. She has a limited one she can use.
Yeah, so you choose what cantrips you get, but you
I played a wizard for a couple of years.
She has four.
What was his name?
4 per day.
Yeah, my understanding with Pathfinder is that
4 per day.
It's
yeah,
5e
they're not unlimited.
And 2e.
No, they're unlimited. I played a wizard for 3 years. They're unlimited. She can know as a wizard, she can have 4 memorized, but then she can cast each one as many times as she would like.
I've been getting wildly different feedback from people on this one. It seems like this is not something that's been settled very well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's limited.
I defer to the GM. Go for it.
X amount of cantrips a day. I mean, I know what you're saying, and I know other systems do it, but I've got so many plopping around that I have to double check.
It's Lucas Martinez says cantrips are unlimited.
Well, he's the final say.
I'm looking at it right now. It says per day 4 + 0.
Okay. You're gonna shoot him?
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot it. It's actually been going pretty good. So yeah.
You got one lucky, one reroll just in case.
I'm gonna save the lucky. Unless we're winding down in this evening here.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna finish up here in about 15.
Gotcha. Do they carry over to another day, or are they?
They do not.
Gotcha. Well, then I'm super.
Burn it all.
Burning it to the ground here, guys.
See, I knew I liked Zill.
Yeah. Range +2, 19.
It is flat-footed.
Yep. Totally
that will hit.
Yeah, it will. You're welcome.
So the D8, 3.
3. Okay, so you know you hit it, but it seems to shrug off that bolt damage.
Interesting.
You found the proper number of its damage reduction, in fact.
Good to know. Not that I can do anything about it.
Yeah. Dante. You have a flat-footed thing in front of you.
To try to end this semi-weird dog's life. I'm gonna use my lucky. My last one.
Okay.
Okay, well that's a 14 plus 5, which is a 19. But let's see if I crit.
Crit hunt.
That's a 15. So that's a dirty 20.
Okay. You dirtily hit it.
Dirtily.
That is 4 damage.
Good word.
And then Benji's gonna go, and I go, Benji, get in your pouch. And I'm gonna try to handle animal. Oh my god!
Benji's gonna bite again.
That's a 2. So Benji is going to attack. That's an 18 to hit.
That hits. It does hit.
And that's max damage for 6. Your teeth, Benji. So yeah, 6 damage.
That is actually enough to crumble this clockwork hound to the ground.
Yeah, so you'll see like Benji gets in a little gap and he just works his way in and just rips this thing apart. And at first I worry about his teeth, and then after I pick him up and we do a little dance.
So are we out of initiative now?
We are. The combat is over. The dog has crumbled to the ground, and parts and springs and oil go everywhere.
So it's seeming like there's a larger and larger consensus of people who are saying that cantrips are unlimited. Are we still going to go with just the 4?
Yes, because it's under literally spells per day chart.
Right.
They can know as many as they want.
Gotcha. Okay.
They can prepare up to whatever that number is.
Then I stand over it and I definitively don't cast detect magic. Because that's it.
Nothing really magical would emanate from there.
Okay.
But you guys can give me a perception check if you'd like.
Perception.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
Benji's going to do his perception check.
17. And Benji's got a reroll too.
Yep, Benji's got to reroll that because that was a 2.
Well, Benji can't communicate.
That's an 18. Benji looks at me and goes, blop. And I'm like, thank you. And I look at everyone. I'm like, no idea what he said. I am out of spells.
24.
24. With a 24, you notice there is a slight breeze coming from behind one of the tapestries.
Ooh.
Oh. Well, time to go home. Nothing else here.
Whoa. Hey, guys, over there. Check behind that tapestry.
This one over here?
That one. No, wait. No.
This one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, yeah. Pull the tapestry out of the way.
Yep, that one.
Go
for it.
Moving it.
You move it away, and it leads into a small room containing an alchemical bench and racks of herbs and other ichor-like oils. On the bench sits a muddled branch and an open container with a viscous purple fluid inside. Several crossbow bolts also rest on the workbench.
We found it.
I think we found the source.
We can save the lady, everyone. Nature check on it.
If there's an antidote here, perhaps.
Sure.
Uh, 16.
You don't know what it is.
Darn it.
I mean, it matches similar to what you've seen, and the crossbows are identical, but you can't because you don't know what the was initially.
And
does that viscous come in a vial, or do I have an ability to safely?
I mean, it's in it. There's a small jar that you can stop her and take.
Perfect. Then I will grab that.
That's evidence. We should take it back immediately.
Could we do a perception, see if there's any other pictures around the room, like of the sketches that we saw earlier?
Sure.
Don't see no pictures with a 9.
You do not.
No,
you do not.
There's just all this alchemical things. I don't know what they do.
Mm.
This isn't a large room. It's only like 5 by 5 in here. It's not a huge space. But
so I'm crammed in a corner.
You pack up the viscous fluid. What are you doing? Are you leaving? Are you staying? Are you hanging out? What's your plan?
Yeah, I would want to head back, so I can try to save that woman.
I think we should get out of here. I don't want to get out of here.
Yeah, he wants to get out of here. He doesn't want to stay down here. That's right. I understand.
All right, let's go.
Okay. You wiggle on out, past the corpse of this dog thing, back out of the. Do you take the orb with you, or are you leaving it open?
I'm gonna take it.
Okay. The wall slides shut again.
Can I take the dog?
You work your way back to the
dog.
You can't lift it. It's very heavy.
Okay.
I lift it?
I'll give you that.
That's a no.
No, it's very heavy.
Okay.
You work your way back to the woman, the old woman, and you hand over the vial of purple fluid. She takes a look at it, holds it up to the light, smells it a little bit, and she says, "I can work with this. She's like, I can fix this."
Perfect. Let me know.
She goes to her cart, reaches in, and pulls out a couple separate herbs, mixes them together, and takes the concoction over to the woman on the ground. She pours it into her mouth, and slowly the color begins to come back. As the old herb vendor is kneeling over the woman, the woman on the ground reaches up and whispers into the old lady's ears, and her eyes widen. After a moment, the herb vendor looks up at you and says, I'll see that she gets home, but she offers her thanks and her gratitude.
Of course, it is our job to protect the people of this city, and thank you for your help. And I'm going to give her 5 gold coins.
You guys give away so much money.
Well, I got a lot of pearls now, so you know what? I'll even give her a pearl as well. Be like, here for your trouble, and then I'll give a pearl to the woman on the ground as well.
And matter of fact, just pearls everywhere.
Just throw the bag.
Just the Oprah pearls.
I'll go in the bag.
You get a pearl. You get a pearl.
Pearls, y'all.
Everybody gets a
Jared,
pearl.
I got a lot of math I gotta do.
You've definitely wrecked my economy.
Check under your seats, everyone. Everyone gets a pearl.
That will end our adventure for the day.
All right.
You've successfully got her back.
Yay.
Please save the day.
I'm gonna buy so much stuff, Jared. You're never gonna want me on here again.
How much? How much stuff?
Well, I got
so many things.
I got 321 pearls, Jared.
Oh, that's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta figure out how much those are worth, huh?
You got to roll 321 times.
Definitely do. And just percentages on those, right? To figure out how much each is worth.
Yeah.
Just keep handing them to me one at a time and I'll appraise each of them.
As they go into your pocket.
You're secretly going to be just like the richest man in the world.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm even richer than those famous rich people than Drake's, you know? I feel good.
They're rich in heroics.
It's true. There's going to be stories told about them now. Yeah. That wraps up our adventure for the day.
Totally worth torching that dude.
You torched a dude. You crippled another.
Fought a dog. Mechanical puppy.
You didn't even hear what happened with the Edison brothers. You don't even know what happened with them.
Did you have a whole thing written? Like
I didn't have a whole thing. I had a blurb.
Okay. I totally forgot about the sourdough bread.
Yeah. They were fighting over who had the recipe, whose recipe was better between the sourdough knots and the knots of sourdough.
Like Do you have a recipe? Is the real question.
I don't. I could get one real quick on the internet.
We're gonna have to taste test this recipe.
Yeah.
I would have intervened, but I was studying fabric. It was fantastic.
Well,
so many hobbies.
Profession fabric analysis.
Well, that's it.
That's
thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks, Adam Kahn and Margaret for guesting in here.
Yeah,
and
that was
going
fun.
on an adventure.
Tracy, James, and Rady. Thank you.
Benji did get another kill.
He has a taste for humans.
Reminder, I got to populate this world. So if you guys have NPCs you want to create or roll them up, just send them on over. bedlamandiscord@gmail.com, and we'll populate the crap out of this world. It'll be great. A lot of good content yet this week on the DAT network. That's the network we're on right now that we've been on for years. On Friday, we have another episode of Heroic Endeavors.
Why don't you tell him who's on Friday, Jared?
So Adam Rady's going to be on there, everyone's favorite Bartimus. Oopsie's going to be back with Pickles. We're going to have Rias there, Adam Kahn, and we're going to have Pippa there to heal us and keep us nice and safe. And I think that's. Oh no!
That's everyone that matters.
Yeah. But if you didn't get enough of James tonight, you can tune in Friday and see him there as well.
More James!
James will join us.
I matter to people.
And then what is that? Saturday, we have Things in Space. So GM Ben is going to run them through some craziness. He's going to be real mean about it at all times because he's Ben. So be sure to tune in and check that out. Thank you for the bits and the cheers and the follows and the subs and the donations. We really appreciate it. You guys are the best. Dat fam is the best fam. The Bat fam.
Dat fam, best fam.
Bam.
And now I think it's time for us to raid something. What do you guys think? Who should?
Let's go do it. I pull out my shields. Let's go raid something, guys. Ting. Let's do it.
We're gonna raid.
We're gonna raid. All right. Goodbye, guys. I'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye fam.
Thanks, Margaret. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you.